All right, all right. So I just had to make sure everything was good.
I beat the Adventures
Oh
of
man,
Elliot. Great game.
already.
Definitely my favorite HD 2D game right beside Triangle Strategy.
Nice. How many hours?
Also Star Fox is so good it's a great time to be a Switch 2 gamer. Star Fox music.
How many hours did you put into man, I think I'm still at the beginning of the game. I haven't had as much time to play it though. I haven't been playing as much though. I think I played like 7 hours at launch day, and then I haven't played it since, or I think I maybe played like a day after that or so, but it just came out. So I haven't had too much time to play. Crazy. Good stuff though, man. That's quick. How many hours though? You do side quests and all that? Because it seems like there's like a lot of stuff to do in the game. Also, Shaw X says, drop the price. God, wait. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Shaw X. I appreciate the support. Thank you for the big $5. Also, Justin, thank you for the 3. Let's get into some shoutouts though. We gotta get into shoutouts and we're gonna get into the Xbox price hikes and why they're hiking the price and all that stuff. All right, let's see here. Star Fox music. But yes, drop the I mean, I don't know. I don't think we're even gonna get a drop the price from people. I don't think people even care. Like, I don't think like a lot of fans or like a lot of gamers just at this point are just they're just sick and tired. They're just tired. And like, it's funny because gamers keep on saying, "Oh, companies stop." Y'all know it's AI, right? Like, y'all know it's AI. Like, AI is causing all of this. Like, the companies are like, "Yo, what are we doing here?" It's the memory, it's the RAM manufacturers, and it's the AI, it's the data centers. So it's like they're the reasons why this stuff is happening. Like, you know, that's the unfortunate thing. We need separate suppliers for RAM. We need separate suppliers for things because they're the ones that are causing all of these issues when it comes down to the prices. Let's see here.
I marathoned. I was addicted. With the demo time included, it took me 15 hours.
Okay.
I did some side quests, but not many.
Okay, I figured you probably just because like I'm already at like 7 or 8 hours, and I think I'm in like the second area. So it's like I'm like, oh man, I would like. So yeah, you just went straight through, didn't really do too many side quests. Okay, I got you. I was thinking, man, 15 hours. That's short, or that's fast to beat the game. All right, let's see here. Let me get Shot X at the top of the. Actually, no, Justin's back at the top of the board. Thank you for another $3. That makes you at the Hokage with the 6. Anybody with 6 more? You beat up, man, Justin. Remember, if you drop a dono today, make sure you put your music request, and I will play a track for you. Let me get the Star Fox music going here for Justin. Also, Shot X, top of the ninja board with the 5. Anybody that's 5 more, you bet my man. Shot X at the top of the board. Thank you guys for your support, like always. Also, 11 on the combo board. We got full extensions today, guys. Let's go. What's up, Elias? What is good? Let's get into the shoutouts, though. Dior is here. What's up? Xbox in deep fried, man. They're cooked. Matt says, protecting my Series X for dear life. Good lord, these prices. I know, seriously. Like, these prices are wild. Rags the Richest says 4 days in a row on a stream. Also, hey, yeah, I don't think I've done 4 days in a row on a stream in like forever. But like my RAM costs are going up too. So I mean, I also have to pay more for RAM as well. So so nothing I can do. Red Wizards need food badly. What's up, man? Welcome. I think that's Nin128. I'm pretty sure that's Nin128. All these price hikes, it's so unfair. Wine. I still never bow down to buy a kitty Switch 2 gaming 2020 majority 2026. Even with bad news, Nintendo never wins. Am I right? Yes. What's up, Yoshi? Says LMAO, poor Xbox. I feel bad for really not touching my Series X or PS5 anymore, considering how expensive they are. I mean, you still have them, so that's good. Yo, KO Ken. What's up, man? Welcome. General Zamora is here. What's good? Rags. Ninmar. What's up, Ninmar? I completed all the DK challenges today, but I had to take a break from Star Fox because I was getting cooked by one of the levels. Getting cooked in Star Fox. Ooh. Yeah, no one will buy Xbox for GTA 6. That's safe now with these prices. I mean, people can still buy it now. Like, you can get it now, and then since like GTA is locked in for November, the price hikes don't take effect until I think August 1st. So there's still, you know, June, July, August. I mean, I think there's still some time. I think it's August 1st, so there's still about a month or so to get the Xbox at the prices now, before they go up by 100. So now, effectively, the Xbox Series S will no longer be cheaper than the Switch 2, because the Switch 2 is going up to $500 this September, and the Xbox Series S is going up to $500 as well in August. So there actually will be a little bit of a time period where the Switch 2 is actually cheaper than the Xbox Series S. There will be a time period after August, like from August to September. That time period, Switch 2 will by far be the cheapest system when it comes on the market, because it'll still be $450. Where the Xbox Series S, here's the price increases, and like I said, this is by August 1st. So here's the breakdown of the price increases, guys. So Xbox Series S, 512 gigabytes. That's going to be $399.99. This is a really tough sell anyway, though, because remember, the Xbox Series S is no physical games. It's only digital, and there's no optional drive, so you lose out on physical game, you know, deals and discounts. And then on top of that, that 512, if you use Smart Resume, and if you use the OS, I mean, you can barely fit any games. So then you have to buy their proprietary memory after that, which is a bit more expensive. So this Xbox Series S, while it's $399, it's actually terrible value, in my opinion. I don't think it, I mean, if you're going to go with Xbox Series S, I would go with the 1 terabyte, but even like the 1 terabyte, it's like you might as well just spend the extra money and get the Xbox Series X digital, even though it is $100, $150 more, so you might not have that. But anyway, it's just the Xbox Series S isn't a great, it's just not a great system to begin with. It's just not that great of a system to me. It's not. Even at these prices here, it's not. I mean, maybe at $299, how it originally was, it's okay at $299. But once again, if you use Quick Resume, which you can turn off, it eats up a lot of the memory if you use Quick Resume. And remember, there is no like physical game option like Switch 2 to where you can save on memory. There is no, and you have to buy their proprietary memory cards if you want to expand the memory. So this is not a great value at all. It's not a good system, in my opinion. The 1 terabyte is barely better. If you're going to get an Xbox, I always recommend Xbox Series X. Just, you don't need the 2 terabyte. It's $799, but it's getting discontinued because it's probably going to be over $1,000. So they just said, screw it. Because if you had to raise it by $150, well, yeah, it'd be $950. With tax, it'd be $1,000. So they just said, screw it, just discontinue it. Nobody's going to buy it anyway. The 2 terabyte Galaxy Black, this is going to be a really rare system in the future. So collectors out there, you might want to snag one if you have the disposable income, because this one's going to be really rare because it can play disc-based media and it has a ton of storage on it, and they're never going to make something like this again. So with the disc slot, with the, you know, the slot on there, and that amount of memory, I mean, we'll see 2 terabyte plus, but we won't see like with the actual physical games again from Microsoft. So this is probably going to be worth quite a bit in the future. Xbox Series X is what if you're going to go with the Xbox, though, I recommend just this Xbox Series X. But the price goes from $649, already very, you know, very pricey. That's, you know, $200 more than the Switch 2. That's $150 even more after than the price cut, or the price increase. So that goes up to $799, $800 for just a standard, like the standard flagship system in their lineup is the Xbox Series X. $800. That's just not feasible. This is sunsetting hardware. They're done. I mean, I don't see how you recover from this. These prices are too high. And if the system was in more demand, then I'd say, okay, they can gut it out. Like, I think maybe Sony can survive with these type of prices. But I don't see how Microsoft can survive hardware-wise. Like, and then like the Xbox Helix, that's easily going to be it's DOA. The Xbox Helix is DOA at $1,000 at launch, or $900. It's just a DOA system. So I don't know. I think it's going to be a niche thing. I mean, they're not going to officially sunset hardware, but they're going to pretty much just wind down all the way for the most part, because these prices are unsustainable. Yeah, Diesel with the $10 donus is what's good between these price hikes and no physical for GTA. Well, I guess it's coming later, the physical for GTA. It's going to be like in December or something like that. Increasingly other games, my old millennial self is becoming more disenchanted. Anyway, I'll play Star Fox. Cornelia music, please. All right, I got you. Yeah, I mean, that's how I've been. You guys know how I'm kind of like, I'm kind of tired of all of it, right? The nonsense of modern gaming. So that's why I like the old school stuff. I like Adventures of Elliot. You know, I like I like Star Fox. I got those. I'm gonna just play those. You know, I don't need the craziest stuff. I don't need 50, 80 series graphics cards. Gaming's not even that good for all that stuff. So I've said that multiple times. Corneria music, Star Fox. Thank you so much for the $10 donor. You're another Hokage. And Stream Ninja, I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Mr. Yak Diesel. Yiggity Yak. Let's get you on the board. Anybody that does $9.99 or more, you can do it, my man. Yak Diesel on the board. Hey, yo, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Also, first 15-minute extension unlocked. Let's go. Get that overclock going.
Overclock Buster!
Hey, what's up, party man? What's up, Covert? TJ here for some more gabbing. Yeah, we or more yapping, more like it. Let's get my man Yak Diesel's name on top of the board. $9.99. Let's go. Thank you for that support, like always, guys. Full extensions today, boys and girls. We got streams today. Tomorrow's gonna be a little bit of an early stream though, just because I got other work to do. I told you guys I ain't joking around. I'm working like 90 hours a week now. All right, Yak Diesel. I appreciate that. Thank you for the support, man. All right. Shout outs, dude. Thank you like always, brother. Thank you. Appreciate that. One JoJo on the board. Unless the Helix is also a PC hybrid, might be worth it. Nah, it ain't worth it at that. No. Nah, it ain't worth it at that. With what games, Vito? What big AAA games are worth dropping $1,000? I mean, maybe. Okay, listen, hold up. This is subjective, but I don't see the games of today worth dropping $1,000 on a system because it's PC. For what? So what? Y'all hold PC to this pedestal that it's like the greatest thing ever, and that there's so many incredible games that you just have to sit there and bend over backwards for. Like, I don't treat PC like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't treat anybody like that. I don't care if it's even Nintendo's games. If they're coming out with $1,000 systems and all that, who cares if it's a PC too? So what? I don't bend over to Valve or anything like that. So nah, I don't treat PC as if it's the greatest thing that, like it's the God walking on Earth or something like that. No. No. That doesn't mean they can just name their price for whatever and it doesn't matter what it is because it's a PC. So what? That's the type of thing that'll get you a lot of likes on Twitter. Not with me. I don't play that. Just because it's a PC. So what? No physical games? What? Because you can go on good old games because you can find 5-year-old third-party AAA games at 30% off or 50% off on Gaben's store. Come on now, man. You can find that physical on normal systems too. Let's see here. Hey, what up? Hey, what's up, Kevin? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? What is good? Welcome. Do you think GTA 6 physical will only be available in certain collector's edition? No, it will be available regular. They said it's going to be a regular disc version in December. So you should be good. I do have the Series X with a disc drive and 1 terabyte memory. Yeah, me too. I've got that one. It's right there. Right there. I think Juice Man Vaughn has that 2 terabyte Galaxy edition. So that's good for him. That's good for him. PS6 will be $999 US. Maybe. I mean, they could subsidize it though. Like with, they could just increase the price of PSN. Raise that to $100. And then they can kind of subsidize that cost of the PS6 with that. Maybe it's a little bit lower, like a $799. But I don't even know how they get to that. I mean, like the PS5 Pro is $900. I don't even know how it's not, where it's not going to be like at least the PS5 Pro, right? Then that means PS5 Pro is a scam. Like you've been getting scammed. But then again, once again, if it's subsidized, then obviously it's not. But I don't know, man. I think that really right down the market, it's just like, just roll with the PS5. Just keep on making, like PS5 is fine. It's good enough to make games. Just make your games. And when the technology gets there to where, when the prices and the technology calm down, then you can start, saying, okay, let's enact our plans for this next system, like to really push the next system. But it doesn't make any sense right now, really. It really doesn't. Did Rockstar say December disc version, or was that a leak from someone? I think Rockstar confirmed that. I think Rockstar said it, but I gotta double check on that one. Jeremy buys all the consoles and tells people that they're broke. It's amazing. I love that dude. He does do that. But he used to be broke. JMV is a modern American success story. He had some issues. He dealt with those. He figured it out. He was broke. He had no money for games, and he said, how am I going to change my life? And he ended up doing it and doing a great job, and was able to get a good job and be able to turn his life around and be able to afford what he needs and take care of his family and himself. So if anybody's earned the right to sit there and say that, it's him, because it's not like he came from just privilege and everybody just and like handouts, you know. So that's what I like about him. It's like, I know his story. He hasn't said it, but he's told me, you know. But I'm not going to tell you guys any details. But he's told me what happened to him, and I got to give it up to him, man. So I have no problem with them saying that, you know, because he was in that spot, and that's why I'm kind of tough on people too. I'm like, hey, look, I grew up in poverty. I grew up poor. Like, I never got all the new games when they came out and all that type of stuff, you know. Like, I had to do what I had to do, you know. I had to work at McDonald's, and I had to do my best. My mom stopped buying me games a long time ago. Even like when I was a kid, she stopped buying me games. She just said, hey, look, you know, we don't really have too much, so you're just gonna have to figure it out. Like, I'll give you allowance, you know, but you're gonna have to trade in your games or do something else. But we got to have food on the table. We got to pay for the roof over our head. You know, that was it. So maybe I might get something every now and then, but I had to go to my friend's house. I had to rent games. I had to, you know, play at the stores, the demo stations, and things like that. So, you know, I always tell people, you just got to keep cracking at it. You know, keep working. Deport with the $5 dono and says, hey man, can I get a payment plan for my PlayerEssence channel membership? Yeah, it's $1 a month. Till eternity. No, I'm joking. Thank you for that $5. I appreciate it, man. PS6 will be $1,200, maybe. I'm doing good, Nimar. How are you? You said yesterday GTA won't have a collector's edition because it would have been on the same pre-order page. But if the disc is coming later, you think that's a collector's edition could come then? No, because they would have already announced the collector's edition. They would have already announced that it's coming like a collector's edition. So I don't think it's coming. I don't think it's coming in December either. Yeah, Microsoft raised the price by $100 to $150 for all their systems. So if you're just getting in, here's the price increases for Microsoft. So yeah, pretty much everything got a $150 price increase. The only thing that it got a $100 price increase is the Xbox Series S, 512 gigabyte, like the worst model that nobody likes. That one got only $100. So now the new prices as of August 1st, once again, all of these are the same price or more expensive than Switch 2. It used to be where Xbox Series S matched the Switch 2 right here, but it's going to be above it in August. The Xbox Series S 1 terabyte. The Xbox Series S will match it. So the two cheapest will be Switch 2 and the Xbox Series S. Those will be the two cheapest by the time September rolls around. But there will be like 1 month buffer period where Switch 2 is just flat out the cheapest system, current system, because Nintendo's price increase doesn't go into effect until September 1st. Well, this one's August, so it's like a month before.
Overclock Buster!
I don't know why that's playing right now. Sorry about that, guys. I think I forgot to. We did get the overclock. Next one up, though, 26 on the board, combo breaks. Next one up in 4 combos, we will have a 30-minute extension on tonight's stream. Let's see here. You put a link. I don't know what this link is. Let's see here. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. Jazzy's to telling Bandai Namco to make some stuff. Yeah. Discontinued 2 terabyte model is actually insane. They're charging you 150 more for 1 terabyte less memory. Xbox is cooked. Yeah. I mean, it's also the components too, though, because it's not like the Xbox Series X is stronger. So they're charging you $50 more for 1 terabyte. What? Actually, no. They're charging you $50 more for the disk drive. Yeah, between the digital and the Xbox Series X, they're charging you $50 essentially, which is actually cheaper than Sony's disk drive. But Sony's, well, no, Sony actually charges the same between the Xbox digital and the Xbox, between the PS5 digital and the PS5 disc. It's actually the same. The difference, though, is that Microsoft doesn't have an external separate one, where Sony charges like $80 for that. Let's see. It's just so funny. The day that Bungie layoffs happen, Microsoft is not today, Sony. Yeah, we got a bunch of Bungie. Yeah, we got to talk about that too. Bungie has a significant layoff, like significant layoffs impacting Bungie. So that studio might get, will that studio get closed? Man, I think Sony's thinking we made a bad idea. We had a bad idea. I do also want to go over crazy GTA fans because some of y'all probably saw it on Twitter, man. But these GTA fans are wilding out. Some of these guys are wilding out. They are wilding out, and they are. I don't know what's wrong with them. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with them, man. You know? I don't know what's wrong with them. They wilding out. And they're actually acting crazy. They're acting crazy. So, the thing about GTA, and I talked about this, the thing about GTA 6 is I feel that I'm going to go into two separate rants here. So, if you guys drop a don't or whatever, I'll say it out. But I've got two separate things that I want to say about GTA. And I've also got a challenge to any of these content creators on Twitter that are calling me names and that are saying all this and that, but dodging me, wanting to simply talk on their channel or my channel. They get real tough and real big and bad and love to say things on their Twitter account. They like to use Chat GPT and they like to sit there and hide behind ad hominem and calling me names. And that's fine. I use it for content. I already have a rule. If you sit there and if you're a content creator and you waste my time on Twitter, I will talk about you. I will make money off of you. That is my business plan. You know what I'm saying? That's my business plan. So Nib, sorry, brother. I usually don't bring you up, but I gotta talk to you because you're running from me. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot to say on Twitter. You write out long paragraphs. You call people names and call me names and all this. And then you run away. So we got to talk about this because it's not just, and I did see that fake 39 million thing. It's not just Nib on Twitter, who's a Sony fan masquerading as a Nintendo fan sometimes. But it's a lot of people. The double standards, they'll accuse other people of double standards. Here's the thing about GTA, guys. You do not need, and I'll say this once and I'll say it again. You do not need to defend GTA by bringing up false, missing info about Nintendo, about Microsoft, or about any other company. There is no need to feel insecure. I do not care. Nobody thinks Mario Kart is worth $80. The large majority of Nintendo fans clearly let it be known that $80 Mario Kart is not good. There was the drop the price thing with a lot of it was with the system, but also with the game as well. The game was like drop the price of Mario Kart. There constantly are people complaining about it. Every single Nintendo content creator I know, every single big Nintendo content, none of them defended $80 Mario Kart. Nobody did. This imagination, this random from non-Nintendo fans, from Xbox guys that are looking forward to GTA, hardcore GTA fan, or fans, or from Nib, or from PlayStation fans, this imagination that Nintendo fans just accepted $80 Mario Kart and went out there and bought it in droves compared to the bundle that was $50 is categorically false. They were spamming drop the price. They were complaining about it. They still complain about it now. It is not accurate to sit there and say that people accepted that. That is not what I went through. That is not what we went through. People coming here complaining about it. I made a video about it. Nobody sat here and said that it's worth that. Now, some people might say that it is for them, but to sit there and act like so many fans were defending it is disingenuous. That is a flat out lie. To bring that up as if fans were okay with it without bringing up drop the price, without bringing up all the complaining, without bringing up all the videos that were made on it, this is deceptive to defend GTA's $80 to $100 price. It's a whataboutism. It's a fallacy. It's straight up. And that's why I say these GTA fans are crazy. You do not need to bring up Mario Kart and lie because people are complaining about GTA's price. People complained about Mario Kart's price. They're both not necessarily ideal for a lot of people, but clearly GTA is worth it for many people. You do not have to defend it. Look at the graphics, look at the gameplay, whatever. There's barely any gameplay out there, but look at the graphics, look at what they've done, look at the physics and all that. It's clearly worth it, 80 to 100 for many people. Making up things like, oh my God, people just spare me your tears and people did $80 more. You guys are hypocrite. No, like 95% of people that bought Mario Kart bought it in the bundle. We all know this. People were not buying it in droves. Like people are, the large majority are buying it in the bundle. And the people that have disposable income or just want a physical cart are buying it physical. But most people are redeeming it in the choose your game bundle, or they're buying it or they're buying it in the bundle, those other bundles that are out there with Mario Kart. So this dude Nib wants to sit here and act like Nintendo fans just accepted it. And then he goes on Twitter and writes all these long paragraphs and all this stuff. Let me get this dono first. Shout outs to Buck86. Thank you for the $1. And shout outs to Adam Carson with the 5. What up, Adam? I'm ready for GTA to be the next Cyberpunk. I'm expecting it to crash and fail so bad that all this hype. Can you play Xenoblade music? I don't think that's going to happen. But you never know, but I don't think so. Thank you for the 5, Adam. Let me get some Xenoblade music for you. Xenoblade music. So, to sit there and act like that's the thing. And another issue that I have, he's bringing up Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem is $70. Fire Emblem is $70. It is digital $70. The physical cart is $80. Amazon and Walmart have it for $70. Leaving this information out and just saying it's $80 without mentioning that it's $70 digital or without bringing that up, that is lying through omission. You are being deceptive. That is literally being deceptive. If GTA had a $70 digital version and an $80 physical version, everybody that loves GTA would be saying, oh, it's $70 digital, it's $80 physical. They wouldn't just be calling it $80 physical. They wouldn't just be doing that. They would be letting you know that you can get it for $70 digital. But because it's Nintendo or because you want to make your point, you want to say it's $80. They're charging $80. It's $70 digital. There is no real physical version of GTA right now. Everybody that buys GTA right now is buying an all digital version of the game. So to bring that up and to all, like I said, this is why GTA fans are crazy. They use whataboutisms and fallacies. They're like, if you're going to bring up somebody else, bring up somebody that did it. Stop just making it up in your head. That's why I always bring examples of people that are doing it and I call it out. Like if I call out certain Steam schizos, weirdos that dress up in banana suits and all this type of stuff, I call them out specifically, you know, because they're morons. This whole situation, calling me fanboy doesn't get rid of the facts that I'm saying right now. It doesn't get rid of the fact that you don't want to say the bundle for Mario Kart and the price. You don't want to say Fire Emblem 70 digital. You don't want to bring up information because it doesn't make your point with GTA. And I don't take anybody for a chump. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't take anybody for a chump, but this guy seems, once again, don't want to do ad hominem and all that type of stuff because he's doing that to me. He's calling me names and that's fine. But I didn't see him to be someone that would chump out of talking live because he likes to talk a lot. I like to talk a lot, but I see this dude, he talks a lot. He goes on other podcasts, I think like Mooch's podcast or something, X-Fire or X something, and he talks a lot on there and debates when he feels confident and he's got Chat GPT. But I don't know how well he'd do against me. And I said, hey, we can do it anywhere. He's ghosted me. He doesn't want to respond. He'll respond to everything. He'll type out big long paragraphs, telling me that I'm projecting, calling me Nintendo fanboy, doing all this type of stupid stuff, making up stats for Nintendo game sale or Nintendo profit margins and licensing fees, just making up stuff. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. He just uses Chat GPT. And this is like the craziest GTA fans. Just be excited for the game. Just be excited for the game. You don't have to make up stats and make up things to make GTA seem, listen, I didn't tell Rockstar, okay? I didn't tell Rockstar to spend a decade and a half on a game or something like that. Good for them that their game has hair physics, that their game has horse ball physics, that their game has tire skid marks, that their game has density physics. They spent all their money, they blew all their wad on physics and on realism. That's what they do. That's what they do. They have a different business model that absolutely does not work for 99.9% of games. There is nobody in this industry that can make one game every decade or two games a decade and a half, blitz you with shark cards and microtransactions, and still be a functional business. So all of these people trying to apply, well, they've been working on it for 10 years. It makes other games look like, whose fault is that? I don't care. The game is clearly subsidized. They can work on one game for 10 years because they make $1 bazillion bending people over with shark cards for a decade or for however long GTA 5 was out. That's why they can do that. Most people don't want to wait a decade to play a sequel to the game that they want. Most people want to see their developers get paid and have job security and have good salaries. Most people want that. So they're going to pay a $70 for a game, obviously, that doesn't have as much development budget as GTA. If everybody followed the development and the business plan of GTA, all we would have is one game from every franchise every decade and one online portion where they just blitz us with microtransactions and shark cards. This is not a business plan for anybody but Rockstar. This business plan only works for them. All of you schizo GTA fans using how long it took need to realize that business plan would sink the rest of the industry. I do not want to wait 10 years and then have one online portion of Fire Emblem while they work on the jiggle physics and the fabric between Theodora's breasts in Fortune's Weave. While they do Fire Emblem Online, where you can just sit there and blitz me with shark cards 24/7. Nobody wants that. We don't live long enough to have this dumbass business plan for everybody. It works for them. And shout outs to GTA, shout outs to Rockstar, it works for them. They don't make anything else. Rockstar doesn't make anything else. They really don't. They stop making games, they stop making sequels, and all they make is GTA Online and GTA 5. They just port GTA and they remasters. They don't make a bunch of new games like they used to make. They don't make Manhunt. They don't make, Red Dead a lot anymore. They don't make a bunch of games. They just really do GTA Online and GTA 5 ports. And every now and then you'll get the GTA Trilogy remaster. Maybe you get a Red Dead remaster. But they don't make new games like Nintendo. They don't constantly make new games. They just make the same thing and then blitz people with microtransactions. That is not a business plan for Fire Emblem or for Mario or for Zelda or for any feasible franchise that we want to have games. Remember, our life expectancy is somewhere between, max for most people is, I think, 70 something years old. We're not going to get many games if everybody decided to do what Rockstar is doing. So I'm so sick and tired of GTA schizos sitting there, well, they spent how is the games, that's not worth $70 because look at the graphics. Bro, it's subsidized. They've been charging crazy amounts for shark cards. They've been blowing people's backs out with shark cards for a decade. Duh, and they're gonna blow people's backs out again with GTA 6 Online. That's their business plan. Most people want games regularly. 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. We don't want to wait decades for games and just play microtransactions.
Hey, you. I want to shake your hand.
These insane psychos think that that's normal.
It's like having a model girlfriend, but you have to call every other girl ugly to make yourself feel better.
Yeah.
Lol, only since it's no physical yet, it's more like paying for one night. Lol.
These people, and that's why none of these guys want to debate me, Justin. Because they know good and well that there's stupidity with this. Because the funny thing is that they're literally contradicting themselves. Everybody that says, "Oh well, the nobody that it's not worth $80." Look at GTA. This dude Nib bought Soros. He bought a $70 rogue game by his own standard because Mario Kart's not worth it, nowhere near worth that, and Fire Emblem's nowhere near worth that. Soros should not be worth 70. It is a short rogue shooter where you die over and over and replay things and it's randomized. That shouldn't be worth anywhere near 70. That does not have the development history. That does not have a 10-year. It should be nowhere near $80. It should be like $50 for that game. But guess who was playing Soros day one and telling everyone that it was worth the amount? Nib was. The same guy that's trying to say Mario Kart isn't worth that because the development budgets and all that, and Fire Emblem isn't worth that because the development budgets and all of that. But Soros is a smaller game made by a smaller studio, a rogue game for $70. But he was playing that day one and telling everybody that it's worth it. They contradict themselves. You can't play any other games, or you can't support any other games because all games are nowhere near the size of GTA. Most games, AAA games, do not take 10 years, do not have everything that so no game is even worth anywhere near $70, or even it shouldn't be anywhere near GTA if we're going off of that stupid logic. So this is the reason why these guys don't want to talk, because their logic doesn't even apply to themselves, because they will buy games for $70 all the time. They will buy Ultimate Editions for even higher than that have nowhere near the development cost of GTA. But when they want to use it as a weapon against a Nintendo game or against something that they don't like, they'll use it while contradicting themselves and spending money on other games that were nowhere near GTA's cost of development too. These people are schizos. These GTA people are schizos. Listen, just enjoy your game. Enjoy your game. That's it. Just enjoy your game. Nobody has this same business plan as Rockstar, and I don't want that to be a thing. Look at the industry, guys. Look at the industry. The industry is crumbling. It is crumbling. People are being laid off. It's crazy.
What's up, OJ?
What's up?
This has been a good week in gaming with all the crazy people. From the Gaben Knights to the Rockstar D-Riders. Someone needs to make trading cards of the fat guy protecting billions with all the different versions of him being made.
Shout outs to Big J. Thank you for the 5, man. I appreciate it. So, I said this. We had a long back and forth. And, you know, I sent him a DM. I said, hey, man, like, I'm down to talk to you. I'm pretty sure he's ghosting me. I sent him a DM ago. He's ghosting me. He doesn't want to talk. I said, hey, man, let's talk. I said, you know, let's have a live debate. Let's discuss this. Let's be men about it. Cordial. And I said, I'll bet I'll have the chat. Any chat. I bet I'll have the chat calling you a fanboy by the end of it. I mean, unless you're scared. He didn't respond. And he always responds, and he didn't respond to that. He's left that alone for hours now. So I'm guessing he's scared. I'm guessing he's scared to actually talk. But he responds to other people. He responds to other people in the same thread. So, as you can see here, he doesn't respond to me. This is him. But if you look, there's other people that are he responds to other people in the same thread. So I'm guessing he's scared. I'm guessing he's scared. What's Nintendo Prime has to say? No horse in this race. Just wanted to add something small. But this also highlights why Nintendo usually has much higher profit margins than Xbox and PlayStation. They have higher profit margins because they keep their game budgets under control and don't allow them to get overinflated. They created an example. As an example, Tears of the Kingdom around an $80 million budget. A game of that caliber by Sony is $200 million plus easy. We all know this because that's why they spend to make what they spent to make Forbidden West. The cost difference in game production leads to most of the profit margin discrepancy. The rest is merely counted by the fact that Nintendo games in general sell better than Sony's do. I'm using them as Xbox is more complicated due to the Game Pass. I mean, I guess that's adding, but that's, I mean, it's like whatever. My point, my personal point is these schizos that are using GTA schizos, you know what I'm saying? Like that are going crazy with GTA, that are trying to act like they know all their development budgets, like they know everything. It's just ridiculous. You can't spend money on any other game. You don't need to lie. You don't need to leave out information to defend GTA. And by the way, he's buying the $100 edition of GTA. And he also lied saying that GTA, the $100 edition, is just cosmetics. No, it's not. No, it's not just cosmetics. We already... We already know this. Rockstar confirmed what it was. It confirmed what it was. So it's like I said, man, it's weird. And these insane GTA fans, I think I'm done. I'm not gonna talk to these people anymore. I'll just let them bring up whatever they want to bring up. But I'm not talking anymore to them. But I will, like I said, I will make money off of it. I will use it as content if I have to spend time, because I have to spend time on it today. So it will be used as content. Ryan Cardo, thank you for the what's up, man? Welcome. Shout outs to Big J. Thank you for the 5, man. Also, Combo Breaker, 30-minute extension on today's stream. Let's go. Laid off, studio shut down, gamers waiting for a discount, yet they don't. Yoshi is definitely worth the price. I'll die on the hill. And here's the thing that I'll say about this, guys. Pricing is subjective. Grand Theft Auto 5 was also a million times more expensive than every other game, and that was what, 60 at launch? So every game should have been 40 at launch? Man, screw that. Grand Theft Auto 5 sucked on PS3. I did not like it. It was laggy. It was whatever. No. Just because something costs a lot for development doesn't mean I gotta think it's worth that. You can think it's worth that. That doesn't mean I have to sit there and bow down and bend over for Strauss Zelnick because you do. Because they like I said, because they spend $5 billion on horse balls. I don't gotta do that. What's that gotta do with me? I look at games in terms of what I think looks cool and fun to play. And that's what's valuable to me. Not because they spent $5 billion on horse balls. That doesn't... So what? Whose fault is that? That doesn't make it all of a sudden worth more than every other game. Got me messed up with these people. These weirdos, bro. Complete weirdos. I don't care. They can spend $30 billion on a game. It might suck. The controls might suck. The gameplay might suck. Who cares if they spent that much? That's good for them. That doesn't mean it's worth it for me. That doesn't mean it's subjectively worth it for everyone. It's worth it for you and everybody that likes GTA. But it might not be worth it for other people. Shoutouts to Hey with the $5. Says, using Fire Emblem as an example against GTA live service is funny because Fire Emblem as a mobile that's been around for a year. Fire Emblem Heroes, yeah, that's true, but that's not like a major, you know, yeah, it's a moneymaker, they make it off it, but that's a smaller mobile thing. It's not like Fire Emblem, or it's not like GTA Online. But basically, they're not using GTA Online. They're not bringing that up. GTA, the game, the reason why they can take 10 years to make a game is because they started making $1 billion on GTA. If GTA 5 didn't sell if GTA Online didn't make what it made in the PS5 era, they would have made GTA 6 way sooner. They would have made it way sooner. But since GTA 5 makes so much money for them, they can easily take as much time as they want. They don't have to make new games. Most people, most developers do not have GTA Online that rakes in billions of dollars a day. Most developers don't have that. So they have to get started on the next game. In order to make money and in order to keep the business going, they have to make another game. That's how most developers are. Rockstar is in a unique situation. They do not have to. There are very few developers. There's mobile developers that do this, but there are very few AAA big game developers that can just sit back for a decade plus and not make anything new while they make a ton of money off of a game online. Many developers can't do that. Nintendo doesn't have that. They don't have any ecosystem like that. They don't even do microtransactions like that with a lot of their online games. Star Fox has no microtransactions. Splatoon really has no real microtransactions. It has DLC, but it has, like, you get all the stuff for free. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of their online, like Smash Brothers doesn't really have any live service microtransaction stuff like Smash World or something like that, you know? It doesn't have any of that. So they don't even have the business model set up to sit there and rake in $1 bazillion. They just rely on the game simply not lowering prices a lot and keeping the game relevant and making evergreen. That's their business model. Is keeping the game relevant by prices being somewhat not, you know, dookie discount tier, and just working on the next game, you know? So it's whatever, man. Shout outs to Hey, thank you for the $5, man. Let's see, online really carried them for a decade. Rockstar needs to be studied. No, they don't. I don't want anybody to do what Rockstar does. It's a unique situation that's just for Rockstar. It works for them. It works for them. GTA, it's a brand name that's for a lot of gamers, love what they do. They like the style of Rockstar's games, and that's fine. But it works for them. But I honestly do not, like I said, we do not live long enough. Now, if people lived for 1,000 years, if we were all Asari, I would say, okay, that's fine. Because a decade is a fraction of your life. You know what I'm saying? A decade is, what would that be? That would be, that would be a small percentage of 10 years out of 1,000 years. That is a very small percentage of your life. So you can wait. And that's why Asari in Mass Effect are very patient. They will wait. They will wait and they will wait and they will wait out their enemies and they will sit there and wait people out because they can live forever. Solarians, who are, I'm using Mass Effect to describe this, Solarians, who are hyperactive metabolism and who live only 40 years, they need to do things now. They don't like to wait. They like to get things done now. They like to go, 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 because they do not have a long time to live. They only live 40 years. They only live 40 years, so they're not going to sit back and wait. They're going to go, but they only sleep 1 hour. They only sleep 1 hour out of the day. So out of 24 hours, they only need 1 hour of sleep. So they live more life within those 40 years, but they only live for 40 years. So they don't like waiting on things, and they don't like sitting there. So GTA would be, they'd riot if GTA was in, in Mass Effect's world, because a decade is freaking 20% plus of their life. You know, 25% of their life is a decade. Literally 25% of their life is a decade. So they can't do that. So that's the issue that I have, is that not everybody can sit there and wait for a decade. You know how many GTA fans didn't make it to this point? You know how many GTA fans didn't make it? A lot. A lot. Shout out to Blanju with the let's see here. Blanju with the 10 says, I love the backtracking on everything they claim to be against with GTA. No physical copy, 30 frames, $100 price, day one DLC, still no gameplay shown, but pre-orders open, no online, etc. I love it. Yeah, I mean, and I knew that was going to happen, Blanju. Thank you for the 10. I knew that was going to be the thing, because once again, it's rules for thee, but not for me. It's rules for what you like. And I've said this many times, that the hypocritical double standards of gamers will show when it's something that you want. Everybody said no game should be 80, but GTA can. Everybody said no DLC at launch, but GTA can. Everybody said no locking things like music or whatever behind amiibos or behind, you know, paywalls. GTA can do that just fine. They can all do it, and it's fine. And I don't even hate them for that. But like I said, stop playing some type of, oh my gosh, you know, this is terrible, this is the worst, like being like Martin Luther activist, Martin Luther gamer, when it's a different game, but when it's something that you want, not all of a sudden it's okay. They're making excuses. They're making up fake stats with Mario Kart, or they're making up fake things, or they're leaving out information of Fire Emblem being $70. It's 80. No, it's 70 digital. You know, the same digital that GTA doesn't have, that just doesn't have a real physical. It's 70 digital. Why are you leaving that out? That makes no sense. That makes zero sense. Just say all the information. And that's the only issue that I have, Blange. Like, I just like, why are they leaving out things? Why are they leaving out the bundle? Why are they leaving out the drop the price initiative? Like, why are they leaving all these things out to defend GTA? GTA does not need this lie. Like, if you lie by omission, you're still lying. If you don't mention things in terms of pricing because you just don't feel like it, or because it makes your argument look bad, you're lying through omission. You're intentionally not mentioning something to make what you're saying look better. So I think that's the reason why these people don't want to actually come through, because they know what they're saying is they're full of it, you know? They know what they're saying, they're full of it. So anyway, I just wanted to get that off my chest, because I don't think he's going to come on and talk to me, so I wanted to just go in and cook it right here, you know? But it's still open. I sent him. I'll send him again. See what he says. No, I don't know. I don't want devs following Rockstar either. They're an anomaly, and that in that regard, same goes for price tags. Not every company. Yeah, exactly. I love it too. Pure entertainment. To be honest, I kind of really expected GTA 6, crazy. Oh yeah, I expected it too. Using Mario Kart World to defend GTA 6 insane price tag. The funniest thing about people doing that and saying it's 80, they're all buying the $100 edition. Every person, every content creator that I've seen bring that up, literally all say, oh, it's 80, it's 82. And they're buying the $100 edition, because they know that the $80 edition is not the full game. They're all buying the $100 edition. We all know they're going to get the $100 edition, yet they're saying 80. 80. If Mario Kart had a $70 edition and an $80 edition, where they cut out content from the $70 edition, people would literally still say the real game is 80. If you cut out tracks, if you cut out from the launch, right? Not DLC, but from the launch, people would be like, dude, it's 80 to get the real game. But since it's GTA, they've got to sit. And I would say the same thing too. I wouldn't leave that out. I would say the same thing as well. But since it's GTA, and it's because they're a messiah, and because Strauss Zelnick, they're attracted to Strauss Zelnick, you know, you got to leave that out. You got to. You got to just say, no, it's 80. While I spend 100. While I get the real game. Or you got to lie and say, oh, it's just cosmetics. When you know good and well it's not just cosmetics. Like, why are you lying? Like, I don't get, why are you lying? I've seen content creators that literally read the press release say that it's just cosmetics. No, it's not. No, it's not. Let's see here. And to be honest, it's kind of already okay, I already read that. Of course, you have these weirdos trying to say, but many went out there. So, bro, we got the numbers for Mario Kart World. 90% plus bought the game in the bundle. The majority of people did not spend that. There wasn't people defending that. There wasn't people defending the $80 Mario Kart. Nobody here did it. Everyone said we wish it was 70 or we wish it was cheaper. Nobody, I didn't see any of you guys doing that. None of y'all did that. I didn't see, and the guys that are here that are on Twitter, I didn't see any of you guys defending it on Twitter either. None of y'all did that. I didn't see any content creators that I know. I didn't see Spawnwave. I didn't see Scott the Waz. I didn't see Nintendo Prime. I didn't see Sunbro Gaming. I didn't see all my mutuals defending that. Who are these people that they're talking about? I saw people spamming drop the price. Who are all these people talking about they defended Mario Kart? Woo! Random throwaway Twitter accounts? I'm talking about actual content creators and people notable. Or people that aren't on burners. People on burners? Come on, man. OJ, do you think that the Switch 2 will get a price increase in 2027? Yes, it could. It can get another $50 one to $550. I think it could. What's up, George FT? Yeah, pretty much everything's Mario Kart World should have been. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pretty much everyone thinks that. Pretty much everyone thinks that. And they're trying to sit there and act like literally the thing was this. The thing was, here was the opening post. I have no problem with folk taking issue with $80 games, but if you stayed silent on Mario Kart World, zip it on Grand Theft Auto. GTA 6 makes Mario Kart World and Fire Emblem Fortunes Weave look like ultra low cost indie games in comparison, dev cost and production wise. LOL. Different styles of games, but whatever. And he says it's hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. $80 hypocrisy. It's nonsense. Absolute nonsense when it comes down to it. Literally, nobody stayed silent. Everyone complained. This is made up fan fiction in your head. If you stayed silent, I saw people. No, you didn't. Did you not see all the drop? This is a lie. This is a lie from this dude Niv. This is a lie. You did not see people. It's a whataboutism. You guys know what a whataboutism is? Let me give you guys the actual definition. It's a fallacy. So fallacy is an invalid argument, right? You can't win an argument if it's invalid. That's the one thing that they teach you in logic and debate. You can't win an argument it's invalid. Nib does not want to talk to me because it's a whataboutism. That's the reason why he's ghosting me. He doesn't want to talk. He'll talk on Twitter all day behind ChatGPT and behind, Google search, but he won't talk to me live because you can't do that fast enough. We'll know that he's doing that. But the reason why they don't want to talk is because it's a whataboutism. It's already an invalid argument to begin with. If you were in debate class, you'd immediately lose. If you cannot provide reputable receipts that there is a large amount of people that have hypocrisy towards this thing being 80, which you cannot provide, because all the information shows that people did not accept it. There are countless articles, there are countless live streams documented of drop the price, drop the price. There are countless videos and countless comments that are all archived on the internet of Nintendo fans saying this is too much. You can go back and look. There are countless videos and comments from people. This is not something that people were doing. If you stayed silent, who stayed silent? Nobody stayed silent. So the whole argument is a whataboutism based off of nothing but their imagination and wanting to defend GTA. Whataboutism, or whataboutery, as in what about X, refers to the propaganda strategy of responding to an accusation with a counter accusation instead of offering an explanation or defense against the original accusation. That is it. If someone simply says, yeah, GTA being 80, that's a bit pricey. What about Mario? Bro, we could say the same thing about Mario. We could say the same thing about any game. People have said the same thing about games not even $80. People have said that with cheaper games, that this game isn't worth 60 or 70 or whatever, right? It's subjective. But that is the textbook definition of a whataboutism, especially for a game that has a $100 edition that he went out and all these people went out and bought. So it's not even 80. They spent 100, but they want to say it's 80, it's 80, it's 80 to make themselves look better. Like, oh, well, I got to have an argument here, so let me just say 80 while I go spend 100. GTA has caused these people to go, like I said, this is what happens when you don't have games for a decade. When you have shark cards shoved up your butt for a decade plus. You're just talking. When you have shark cards and you have GTA 5 ported to 75% of PlayStation systems available. You got GTA ported to PS3, PS4, PS5, PS6, PS7, PS8, PS10, PS Future, PS Supernova when the sun explodes and vaporizes the earth in a billion years. GTA 5 will still be alive. It'll be implanted on the sun in the supernova in a bazillion years. Okay? When we have spacefaring mutants running around in space and people living on top of them like the freaking Bionis and Mechanis and Xenoblade. Whatever the hell there's going to be in a bazillion years from now, whatever the world turns into or the earth turns into. GTA 5 will still be around and be ported to whatever they're playing all the way then. Okay? Goodness gracious, bro. Like, these people are insane. But that's the reason why they don't want to talk. That's the reason why they don't want to talk. Like I said, just calling me names, ad hominem, whataboutisms. The whole argument is based off of that. It's not based off of just, yeah, I mean, like, people think that 80 is a lot for the game. Or people think that 100 is a lot for the game. Just respond with the actual why the game is worth it. That's all you got to do. You know, you don't, what about this? What about that? You stayed silent. Who stayed silent? Nobody stayed silent. You've brought no actual examples of anybody staying silent. We know nobody stayed silent during Mario Kart World's $80 fiasco. It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. Not me. I made a video on it. I talked about it. I discussed it many times. I said I don't like it. I said that's not good. I said it multiple times that I don't like it. I said that's not good. That's not good for consumers at all. Nobody thinks that that's what it should be at, bro. Anyway, that's the reason why you don't want to talk. People scared. Scary self. Anyway, shout out to Blandrew. Thank you for that, man. I appreciate it. Combo break. One more combo with the 45-minute extension. Let's go. Be pretty cool if we lived on giant mechs. Maybe that will happen. Oh man. Says I don't get the level of hype for the game too. It's not gonna go everywhere. These people act like it's gonna divorce them. Well, I mean, I understand the level of hype for the game because considering it's been so long. I think the game's gonna be really good. I think it's gonna be fine. But these weird arguments and these weird things to try to justify the game or not, it's like I said, these insane GTA fans, man. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Unfortunately, this is the typical mentality of these weirdos. Apparently, it's okay to talk smack and not willing to take any challenges or backlash. I mean, well, yeah. I mean, I don't think Nib's dumb. I think he's smart, and he knows. Like, I think my last tweet that I sent to him, I'm like, ad hominem and whataboutism. I think that scared him off because that is any logical person would be like, okay, that's true. This is a whataboutism. Like, it just is. And yes, I am calling names and I'm doing ad hominem. That type of stuff works on Twitter for some people, but it doesn't work in an actual debate because once again, you've already lost. If you start resorting to those type of tactics, you've already lost. The whole thing is a whataboutism. I'm like, dude, the whole argument's that. Like, just justify GTA by saying GTA is worth it because of X, Y, and Z. That's all you got to do. It doesn't matter if it's Mario Kart or any other game that I can think of. Like, I'd say the same thing. People say, oh, just Nintendo. No, I'd say the same thing. Y'all being weird. Y'all put up stuff on social media. It's okay for people to disagree with that. And it's okay for people to profit off of that too and talk about it. If you're going to put up stupid stuff on social media and make stupid points on social media, there ain't nothing wrong with somebody saying, hey, that's a stupid point, brother. And like, here's why it's dumb. Okay? People get real shifty about this type of stuff. And it's funny. It's like, bro, you're the one who put up the stupid thing, not me. If I put up something stupid and people roast me for it, all right, so be it. I've done it before. It's happened to all of us. It is what it is. Most of us have been there where we put up something or we say something stupid. Okay, it happens. I've said some dumb stuff. I got roasted on social media too a few times. So it happens, man. Let's see here. Wish they did the $50 single player, $50 multiplayer. Both sides happy. $100 game for the full package. Well, it's already $100 just for the single player if you really want the full game. So it definitely wouldn't be that. Great. Hey, what's up, the cool guy? Welcome, man. Can you see my comments? I can see your comments, man. What's good, dude? Yeah, I got Star Fox. I got Star Fox physical and I got it digital. Shout out to Nintendo. Hashtag free game. But I did buy a physical copy from Amazon. And that was fun. So yeah. So yeah, absolutely, man. Zamora, you're right. $150 jump is kind of a leap, but logically justified due to the updated hardware capabilities of old games. Better, new games look better. Wait, what are you talking about, Squirrel Swirl? What are you talking about? At this rate, Red Dead 3 is going to cost 100, maybe 150. OJ, what about the Xbox price increase? We already went over the Xbox price increase. It's $150 across the top from every single model except for the Xbox Series S512. So we already spent 15-20 minutes on the Xbox Series price increase. So yeah, the prices are high now. It's the system's pretty much cooked. It's pretty much done. You know, it's pretty much done at this point. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go off of this music here. What is this music, bruh? Oh, okay, this one's not bad. This is Dragon Quest. That's all right. That's why I bought Mario Kart World Bundle cheaper. That's what I'm saying, and that's what I've said throughout this whole thing is that people are buying the bundle for cheaper. People don't want to buy the $80. That's why the bundle's doing so well. People are just redeeming that code that you get in the Choose One bundle and then buying Donkey Kong for 70 or buying, Pokemon Pocopia for 70 instead of choosing a different game and then getting, and then spending, because like they want Mario Kart and then spending 80 on that. They just get Mario Kart in the bundle, whether it's the Choose the bundle or whether it's the Mario Kart bundle that's still out there here and there in some places. So that's the thing that I was trying to say. That's the thing I've been saying. So Xbox is gonna have a rough time if they launch the next system. Yeah, the next system launch is gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a huge problem. I don't see it. I don't see it, man. I don't see it. Let's see. I understand that people, it's worth it, but man, the hypocrisy is sickening. I'm telling you, Ali. I'm telling you, bro. It really is. It really is. Let's see. Don't sell me empty GTA 6 game box. Tell me Tommy Vercetti floral shirt. Well, I get the whole. I mean, the empty GTA boxing. That's like whatever at this point. You know, that's like whatever. You know, it is what it is. That's just whatever at this point. People can't afford games. Can't afford games. Needs a game to stay quiet in social media. What do you mean? You don't see a future for Xbox? Xbox has already pushed people to use buy now and pay later to be able to buy a 6-year-old console. I don't want to think what the next gen will cost. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a lot of buy now and pay later. A lot of pay in 4 or something like that. Merch greater than an empty box. If they get Don Matrick back to launch the next Xbox, it'll at least own the disaster full circle. That they should totally like just bring Don Matrick back. You know what'd be funny if they bring Don Matrick back and he steers the company into like a new era and brings everything like back to Xbox 360 levels. Imagine what if that was a thing, man? What if that was actually a thing? So, what if that was like a real thing? Oh man, that'd be great, bro. That'd be great. Imagine, bro. Clown about to go bankrupt when these new consoles launch. Go bankrupt? Would they go bankrupt? I think that would be that people would be using their service more. So how would they go bankrupt, right? It can't get worse. Don't say that. You're gonna jinx all of us. Don't say it can't get worse. It can definitely get worse. It can definitely get worse. People can don't say that. I find it interesting reading that Bungie was cooked before Sony bought them. Biggest scam Sony bought. Sony's definitely having buyer's remorse with Bungie. They're like, wait a minute, why? But then again, Sony's leadership has proven that they can't pick studios for Sony's leadership has proven that they cannot pick studios for anything, bro. They had the Concord studio flop, fail. They've had so many studios flame out and get shut down. Even just like in this past generation, they've shut down like 7 or 8 studios or something like that. They shut down Blue Point. They cooking Bungie. They shut down Firewalk. How many studios? They shut down Sony Japan studio. They shut down, cooked, kicked out the door. DJ Jazzy Jeff. How many development studios now, bruh? Like, you know, DJ like when DJ goes flying out of you know, Uncle Phil's house, his mansion. How many studios have they just absolutely bodied now at this point? They can't pick studios for jack, bro. They really can't. OJ, I meant for Xbox, not console prices. We've seen that they can always get worse. Oh, okay, yeah. OJ, outside of what you do know, say everything worked out. How you wanted, what would you be doing right now, career-wise? Like, are you saying like if it didn't work out for me? If it didn't work out for me, I'd probably just be like driving a truck or something like that. I'd probably be like UPS or like Amazon, like truck driver. I'd probably be like work for like UPS or something like that. I'd probably just go get a job at UPS, you know, put on the little brown outfit, just be hitting them packages up, you know? I'd probably be doing like, yeah, driving a truck. Dreamcast guy vindicated. Maybe a little bit, man. Maybe a little bit. Maybe a bit. Truck essence, yeah, truck essence. I might still do that later, like in like 10 or 15 years. I might still like just say, all right, let me see if I can just figure this, like do this, like do that for like another 10 years or something, like retire or whatever. So I might still do it. I don't know. I'm curious about being like a UPS driver. I'm like, I think it, like, I know it's hard work, but I think I might want to like just try it, you know? I think the trucks look cool. I like the fact that the doors open. I like getting in and out of a car. Like, I don't know. I just kind of find that like kind of cool, like to do that. I know maybe some people find it lame, but I don't know. I kind of find that cool, like looking up the addresses and just being like, huff that package, go back there, pick up more. I don't know. Something about it seems like it might be something that I want to just do. Not forever. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but I just might want to do it, you know? I've never done it before, but I think it looks kind of cool. So I want to try it one of these days. Yeah, and also I've heard that it's obviously very good in terms of you know, career-wise and you know packages and benefits and you know retirement and all that. So, but yeah, I might try it later when I'm older. I watched some people talk about canceled Nintendo consoles like Nintendo PlayStation, Nintendo Project Atlantis, and Nintendo Iris. What do you think about some canceled hardware? I don't know about Nintendo Iris. I don't know what that is. But I know about Project Atlantis, and I know about the Nintendo PlayStation, the PlayStation Nintendo, or whatever it was called. Yeah, it's fascinating. Pretty fascinating stuff. White Nixie controllers clean. I got the black Nixie controller, the Joy-Cons. Another price increase. Oh, brother, Xbox might actually be cooked. Yeah, another price increase. August 1st. $100 to $150 for like, all the models. Everything I see ups. I think of LTG's mom fanfics involving him being a PS driver. I don't know. You've seen those? I think I've seen some of it, but I ain't really paying attention too much, to be honest, man. Let's see if Sony Santa Monica Studios makes it to, and Naughty Dog. I mean, Naughty Dog and Sony Santa Monica will make it. I mean, Sony Santa Monica makes God of War. God of War sells enough, so like God of War Laufey is gonna sell like 10 million copies plus. So no, they should be good. Sony Santa Monica should be good. They made Ragnarok, what, back in 2022? We're in 2026, going to 2027. So that's not too much time for the next new game, like big AAA game. So the fact that they were able to get God of War Laufey done by, you know, early 2027, it seems, that's pretty good because that's only, you know, a little bit over 4 years for like the next big game after God of War Ragnarok. That's good timing. So I personally feel that that's okay. And they got the God of War remakes coming, God of War Trilogy remakes. So they got that too. So yeah, I think they'll be fine. I think they'll be fine. What's up, Tommy Raiku? Welcome, man. How you doing today? What is good? Let's see. What the hell is Media Molecule doing? Media Molecule is they're working on a new game apparently, but I don't know what they're working on. We'll have to wait and see for them. I want the next Naughty Dog game. That's the Prophet Heretics or whatever, Intergalactic, the Prophet Heretics or Heretics Prophets or whatever it's called. That's that game. I mean, I don't know. We don't know much about Intergalactic. It's Naughty Dog, so I mean, obviously, you know, they come with a lot of, you know, excitement and hype. But you know, it's one of those things to where I don't know. Do you think Mass Effect and Jedi games will come to Switch 2 or Switch 1? Jedi games, yes. Those were already leaked. Those are coming. So it'll probably show up like at a Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. You'll get like the 2 Jedi games. Mass Effect, I don't know. So yeah. So I'm not really sure. Let's see here. If any studios to be closed for Sony, I'd say Bend. Yeah, Bend. They did they did that one game. What was that one game? It was the It's that one thing. What's it called? God, it's the Biker Last of Us or something like that. Totally forgot. Days Gone. Damn, I would have not remembered that. Oh my goodness. I totally would have not remembered that name at all. So thank you for letting me know, because I would have not remembered Days Gone. Days Gone. Yeah, that game. They did that game, but Days Gone ultimately ended up selling really well once it got discounted down to the price that people were actually willing to pay for it. And then it got refined on PlayStation 5. Still has some issues, but still pretty good. Not a bad game at all. I think I want to play that game one of these days. I haven't played it yet, but I think I want to play it. Like, I don't think I might have played it, but I think I want to play. I think I might want to play that game just because I just want to see it. You know, I haven't played enough of it to get like an opinion, but get like a good opinion. But I think I want to play it. So I think I'll buy the PS5 version, like physical copy, in like Black Friday. I might check it out. Let's see here. Ashoka Tano with the $10 dono. And says, I just got past Hunter x Hunter Chimera Ant arc in the manga. The manga so far is fantastic, and I should be caught up by tomorrow. One Piece and Dan Dan Dan, is it the Dan Dan or Dan Dan manga are both great too. Yeah, those are all really good. I watched the anime. I don't read manga. I just watch anime. So I watched the anime for Hunter x Hunter, and it's phenomenal. I watched that when I came back from I think it was in 2021 when I came back, or no. It was before. It was like 2020 when I watched it. I think I watched it during COVID. No, because I remember I did the Hunter x Hunter thing like when I was playing Animal Crossing, and that was in 2020. So I think I watched that like in 2019. Like in 2019 or like early 2020 or something like that. Anyway, I was watching it then. It was great. I like Hunter x Hunter. It's really good. It's really, really, really good. Combo breaks 54, and we got a 45-minute extension.
Overclock Buster!
I think that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, no, I didn't read any of that, and like I'm not taking any anime questions either, guys. Before we go into the rabbit hole here, I'm not taking any anime questions and all. Like, did you do this, or did you watch this, or did you do this? Like, we'll just stop it right there. We'll just stop it right there because it always gets out of hand. It always gets out of hand. I feel at this rate we'll see 99 games in the next gen, probably. I think we'll definitely see. I mean, it depends on the game. Like, I think certain developers will increase the price, but a lot of developers will not. You know, a lot of devs will not. Never checked out Days Gone. I thought it was more of a visual showcase than good gameplay, but I could be wrong. I think there's definitely gameplay in there. The graphics are okay, from what I understand. It definitely has good graphics, but it's not like it's like craziest graphics. But from what I understand, it does have some pretty, like, you know, fun gameplay. Like, it has like a lot of zombie stuff in there, and like a lot of outposts that you can raid and certain things like that. You have to like liberate outposts, and like there's a somewhat interesting story in there too, from what I understand. I've watched a lot of Days Gone. Like, I've watched it and I felt like, oh, this is kind of a fun game to watch. But I mean, it does seem like it's boring at times, and like there was a lot of technical issues. But I do think it's a good game. I do think that it's a solid game, at least, you know, from what I've seen, at least, you know, from what I've seen. Shout outs. Thank you for another JoJo. We are out here. Thank you so much. Ashoka Tano, 54 on the board. 6 combos away from the Noah and Mio flying through the skies. Let's go. Thank you guys for your support, like always. Hit that like button, too. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. Ask questions, ask away. We still got plenty of time left on the stream today, so it should be a really good stream. I'm excited, looking forward to talking with you guys more. Days Gone, just the AAA horde mode, isn't it? It's kind of something like that. There's like horde mode aspects to it, but no, it's got like single player stuff and like story stuff and like cutscene stuff. It's got like other things in there too, from what I understand. Have you ever played Knack? Yeah, I played Knack. It's not very good. Man, Star Fox is so lit so far. Yes, it's very good. I'm enjoying it myself too. I was in the sauna and these two guys were praising Daisy, how awesome it was. I didn't know that it was pronounced Daisy. Yeah, I think it's pronounced Daisy, just like Daisy. SSX and Time Splitters, I hope they get remakes. Yeah, those would be good remakes too. Those would be great remakes. I think didn't they say that there's gonna do Time Splitters from what I understand, or did they might have canceled that, the Time Splitters. I think that was canceled, but they were gonna do it at one point. Yeah, I think the stream just slightly disconnected. So if the stream disconnected then reconnected, that was YouTube. That was YouTube being YouTube. You know the saying, this is gonna get worse before they get better for some reason. I don't know if things will get better. Well, it depends. I mean, I guess life is sometimes what you make of it. If you're always thinking things are not good, then it might be that way. So, shout outs to Nick93 with the $2 dono. Says, when I bought my PS5 Pro for $700 back in 2024, I didn't think it would be an appreciating asset. LOL, it's crazy to think that the Series X is $800. It is. Also, the Series S is such a bad value at $500. Better getting a digital PS5 or a Switch. It is a terrible value at $500. I don't think it's a very good value. No physical at all for $500. You know, the specs are, you know, not necessarily great, and it doesn't have the portability or convenience of a Switch too. So yeah, it's not. And I don't think you were here earlier, Nick, but I talked about how bad of a value it is at that price. I actually mentioned that because it's like, remember the 512, it eats up the 512 memory. It eats up the quick resume eats up a lot of that memory. And you have to buy proprietary memory to expand it. It doesn't have like memory like PlayStation where it's like not proprietary. You can buy any, you know, hard or any, you know, SSD. Or the Switch 2, you can buy any Express. Xbox has like proprietary memory that you have to buy if you want to expand theirs, and there's no physical at all. Even with Sony, you can buy a physical disc drive separate, but with this you cannot. So there is no physical games. You have no physical backlog with the Xbox Series S. It's not a great value. It's not a great value. It's only good value if you want to just be able to play Game Pass for as cheap as possible. If you want to play Game Pass for as cheap as possible, or if you want to play GTA 6 as cheap as possible, those are the only ways that I would say I'd recommend it. If you just, I'm only buying this just to play GTA and I want to play it as cheap as possible. I don't care about the performance or the resolution or anything. I'd say, okay, yeah, Xbox Series S is good for that. You just buy it just for that. Or if you only want to just like buy the cheapest way to play Game Pass, you know, that's what I would say. I don't think these prices will get better. Honestly, corporations don't like the lower prices. Yeah, it's the RAM costs right now. If something happens like with the RAM, like if we get like another supplier or if we get somebody that kind of comes in and breaks the RAM model, then we can get cheaper prices, you know, because then we can replace it with different RAM or replace it with different brands or something. You don't have much hope in the Helix. What do you think is the chance that it gains a foothold? I hope that it has success for the sake of general console competition. There's almost, I would say that there's a 20 to 25% chance that Xbox Helix is successful. Microsoft has, the reason why some systems are successful is because they have goodwill. A lot of people like to look at Nintendo and say, oh, they made it back from the Wii U. Not necessarily. It wasn't the Wii U that did it. What did it was all the handheld fans that said, oh, I can buy this now. Over the course of 20 years plus, more than that, there has always been a disproportionate amount of handheld Nintendo fans compared to console Nintendo fans, or people that are willing to buy a Nintendo handheld. There are some people that are just willing to buy a Nintendo handheld, and that's their Nintendo system. And it's been like that for a very long time. It's been like that since the NES. Game Boy came out and it outsold the NES. Game Boy outsold the N64. Game Boy outsold the NES and the N64 combined. And the GameCube combined. It actually, I think, pretty much right around, like it outsold 3 of Nintendo's home consoles back to back to back with the total amount of just the Game Boy. Okay, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Pocket, Game Boy Light, whatever, all the different variations of Game Boy. Okay, so that's always been a thing, right? That's always been a thing. GBA outsold the GameCube 4-1. All right, Nintendo DS outsold the Wii by like 50 million, and the Wii sold 100 million, and the DS outsold the Wii by 50 million plus. The 3DS outsold the Wii U by like quadruple the amount, or like 5 times the amount, like 75 million to like 13 million, right? So like multiple times the amount. It's always been like that. So when they combined their home console and portable, I was one of the very few, don't get me wrong, I was wrong on the Wii U. I thought they were going to do more like Pokemon and stuff like that. I was wrong on that. But when the Switch was revealed, at first I was a little skeptical, but when I saw the lineup of games and what they were doing, I was like, oh, they're getting the portable stuff. Because SMT always went to 3DS or went to DS. It never went to Nintendo home consoles. Well, now they're getting SMT. Oh, Square Enix, they're putting out, you know, smaller RPGs. Like, you know, like a Bravely Default Octopath Traveler style of game. Oh, that usually goes to 3DS. Well, now that's going to the home console. Oh, it's going to be fine. And then the Pokemon company's like, oh yeah, we're going to do something. The Pokemon, we knew that Pokemon was going to be on there. We knew that obviously there's Zelda. Obviously there's, you know, portable franchises. Fire Emblem. We knew that Fire Emblem was going to be on there. Fire Emblem was only on since the 3DS. It was only on the 3DS. There was no Fire Emblem on the Wii U. There was one Fire Emblem game on the Wii. There was no Fire Emblem game on the Wii U. So 3DS had been benefiting from getting Fire Emblem, Animal Crossing, Pokemon, all these big franchises that move units. So when the Switch was revealed and it's combining both of them, I was like, oh yeah, this has a chance of being a 100 million seller, because it's going to get all the stuff that made the handheld system sell, like Pokemon and Fire Emblem and, you know, Animal Crossing and all that stuff. So like, you got to remember also, like, Animal Crossing, the portable titles sell better than the home consoles. Between like Animal Crossing on the DS compared to Animal Crossing on the GameCube or Animal Crossing on the Wii, the DS the Wild World sold way more, and then Animal Crossing on the 3DS sold way more than like the Wii version. Even though the Wii had a bigger install base, Animal Crossing on the 3DS outsold City Folk by a lot. So people are looking to play Animal Crossing handheld. So now you have a new Animal Crossing game that comes to the Switch that's going to be successful. These are all the system sellers that have sold Nintendo's portables to have great numbers. So I knew that was going to be the case. You know, I knew that was going to be the case with that. So just checked, and yeah, the Game Boy sold more than the NES, Super NES, N64, and GameCube combined. The Super NES? NES sold 60 million. No, it didn't. No, it didn't do that. No, that's not true. The Game Boy sold around 118 million. The NES sold around 60 something million. The Super NES sold around, I think, about 50 million. So that right there, that's already 100 something, like 110 million right there, right? And then the N64 sold 30 million. So no, that's not true. That's not true. I said the NES, the N64, and the GameCube. I left out the Super Nintendo for some stupid reason. I think if you do the SNES, N64, and GameCube, yes, it outsold all of those. But it didn't outsell the NES, SNES, N64, and GameCube all combined. I don't think so. I don't think it did. It's still crazy that people were so sure Switch would bomb when the Switch was the Nintendo platform, no more split. Exactly. So I knew that it was going to do well. Like, I think I first estimated at least 40 million, but then after I saw the lineup and I was like, no, it's going to do at least 100 million. And the reason why I said that, I said even at its lowest peak, right? The 3DS is Nintendo's worst selling system, main handheld of all time. We're not counting Virtual Boy. We're not counting, like, you know, Game & Watches or stuff like that, like weird stuff. We're counting main line systems, handheld. 3DS is the worst selling one. It just is. The GBA sold better, and it was only around for like 4 or 5 years. So Nintendo couldn't go any lower. If you combine the Wii U and the 3DS sales, because like, let's say, you know, you're combining, the Switch is a combination. If you combine the Wii U and the 3DS, that sold like 89 million, like almost 90 million. 75 million plus 13 million. So we're getting close, you know, 80 plus million. And that's with bad marketing, really slow start with the 3DS, really weird stuff, had to remove the 3D, the 2DS, all sorts of weird stuff, right? So if they shape up their marketing, and if they get bigger and badder games, I mean, you got Legend of Zelda at launch, you got Legend of Zelda, you got Mario Odyssey, you got Xenoblade, you got, you know, all this content at launch, you got a little bit better third-party support, you got SMT, you got Octopath Traveler, you got Square Enix, you got a No More Heroes game announced, you know, you've got Splatoon, that's going to be ready to go, you got ARMS, you got new IP, you know, you've got ports, you've got like Pokken, and you've got all these different things, you know, you got Skyrim, You know, you got some stuff that's enough to get things started and to have some momentum. And then, you know, Smash will come out, and, you know, Pokemon will come out, and all the other system sellers will come out, you know, that will help it. So I was fairly confident that it was going to be, you know, 100 million. All they have to do is market the system better and release the big games, and you can do better than the Wii than the Wii U and the 3DS combined. 3DS did not outsell the PSP. The PSP sold, I think, 80 something million, and the 3DS sold 75 million. So the PSP outsold the 3DS, but the 3DS outsold the PS Vita in the same generation pretty handily. As soon as I saw the Switch as revealed, I was like, nah, this concept is fire, I'm in. Exactly, it was a pretty good concept. I was dumb though. I got schmicks at the beginning, so I gotta admit, at first I didn't know about it. But once we got more information and more games and more stuff like that, I was like, okay, I was pretty sure that it was gonna be successful. By February of 2017, I was like, okay, this system's gonna be in. It's gonna be good. Also, the number I got was 200 million for the Game Boy, and that was the Game Boys combined, I'm guessing. No, that's just, I don't know where you're getting that number from. That is a nib made. No, I'm joking. That is a Twitter made up number. That I don't know where you're getting that from. I mean, if you ever want to get Nintendo sales, it's very easy to get Nintendo sales numbers. If you ever want to get them, Tommy, just type in on Google Chat, or on, not Google Chat, but type in just Nintendo IR on a Google browser, and it'll zap you straight to their. You'll be able to see it, no problem, and it'll zap you straight to their sales numbers. You can easily look at it, and you can just see what's the best selling stuff. It's very easy to look. It's, you know, they lay out the information. You can see where the Switch is, and they'll tell you as of the date, as of March, whatever, right? So they'll tell you the date. They'll tell you the number of hardware and software, total units sold, so you can see it. So the Game Boy sold 118 million. 118.69 million. So I don't know where you're getting 200 million from. Nintendo's never sold a system that has ever sold 200 million. There's no systems that have ever hit 200 million. That would be an all-time record. But no, I mean, I guess if you combine the DS and the Game Boy, or if you combine the DS and the 3DS, yeah, that's 200 million. But those are two separate systems. But as you can see, I said that the hold on, give me a second here. So I said, what did I say? So I said that the Game Boy outsold the NES, the N64, and the GameCube, which it did. Yeah, based off of these numbers here, because the NES sold 61.91, and then you have to add in the N64 at 32.93. And then you add in the GameCube at 21.74. And actually, wait a minute. No, I'm wrong. No, I'm wrong. I'm off by less than 1 million units. That actually totals up to 119.58 million. The Game Boy hardware is at 118.69. So I'm off by less than 1 million, but you guys get it though. The Game Boy pretty much sold as well as 3 home consoles there. You know, 3 home consoles, but it did outsell if you remove the NES and you just do the actually in a row. So you do Super NES, N64, and the GameCube. It outsold those, yeah, because the SNES sold about 10 million, over 10 million less than the Super NES sold about 10 million less than the NES. So that would obviously be 10 million less here. So that would be 109 million, or like 110 million. So that would be well underneath the Game Boy's, well, a good portion underneath the Game Boy's 118 million. So yeah, my bad. I mixed up my system. So SNES, N64, and the GameCube.
Overclock Buster!
Shout out to the Overclock boys. Let's go. Let's see here. Do other companies do this or just Nintendo? Just Nintendo. You can't get official sales numbers laid out that easily for any platform. It's only just Nintendo. Sony has documented them, but Sony's records, it's like somebody's going in there and saying, crossing out letters, crossing out numbers, putting in new numbers. You got people saying, hey, look that way, huh? And then somebody takes it and like puts like a little sticker that has like a different number, 155 million. I meant 160 million. Like, they be shifting, bro. They're shifty. They're shifty. And Microsoft, at one point, they were getting curb stomped so bad. Phil Spencer said, "You know what? We're just not gonna announce sales numbers anymore." He just said, "Bruh, we are just not gonna announce. We're just not gonna announce sales numbers anymore." He just said, "Guys, it's all about players and really it's about acquisitions. It's about players. It's about our fans. It's about E3. It's about, it's about Rare. It's about Sea of Thieves. It's about that. We're turning a new leaf at Xbox. We have new acquisitions." They just said, nah, we ain't doing the whole sales thing no more. I think it was like 20. They were getting stomped. They were just getting... Man, the PS4 just stomped them out, bro. I mean, you imagine how Nintendo felt, but at least Nintendo had the 3DS to kind of help out in the background. You know, little homie in the back that'll throw a haymaker every now and then. But man, Microsoft was getting curb stomped by PS4, like 2-1, pretty much 2-1. So, yeah, actually more than 2-1. Like 2 point something to ones. I think the Xbox One ended up selling like 58 million, and the PS4 ended up selling like what 118 or 100. What's the PS4 at? I think 119 million PS4. 117.2 million. But I mean, it's Sony, so that could be like 100 and like. They'll probably. Here's what's gonna happen. The Game Boy Color is at 118.69 million. The PS4 is at number 5 all time at 117.2 million. When Herman Holst is on his way out, he's gonna say, "I'm very proud of the PS4 selling 118.70 million." So he gets them right above the Game Boy Color into the top 4 of all time. He's gonna say they're gonna announce it. They're gonna, because they stopped reporting PS4, but somebody's gonna be like, "Yeah, we sold 118.70. Yeah, like that's how much we sold." They're gonna update it like 10 years from now, where it's somehow gonna be above the Game Boy. So I mean, I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a thing. Like, I'm joking, but it's like, I'm like serious. Like, they're gonna do that at some point. So I think it's gonna be funny. That'll be funny. Oh man. You don't get physical meat anymore? PS3, or you get the disc, but it runs off the real time. That's what I'm trying to say. No, I see what you're saying, Blake Moore. Yeah, we don't get like real actual physical games except for Switch 2, like when they have an actual physical game like on a cart, because like it plays off the cart. It's about downloads and player interaction, player engagement. It's not about the sales no more. We don't need sales. Microsoft in one generation taught their whole user base to not buy games and that they don't need sales. I saw Jez Corden and I saw people saying, "Oh, the sales don't matter. They're making a lot of money off Game Pass." I'm like, you guys are like, why are you guys believing Phil Spencer? Phil Spencer made it seem as if everything was great. Everything was honky-dory. They're making tons of money. You look at his interviews. His interviews are like he gives like Reggie Fils-Aimé level of damage control. I don't even know how Reggie damage controlled his whole way through the Wii U era. I don't even remember the interviews. When they talk about Wii U, Reggie somehow damage controlled his whole way throughout the whole interview with the Wii U. He came out somehow better than Phil Spencer did in these interviews, you know? But man, you would sit there and Phil Spencer would always talk about how great it is and how many players they have and how many sales they get. He leaves, Asher Sharma comes in, and it's literally the black dude, it's Party Man, in that one scene where he walks in with the pizza boxes. You guys know what I'm talking about? The pizza pizza house on fire meme? Like where he walks in with the fire meme and with the pizza. You guys remember that meme? Like he walks in with that where he just walks in and then like everything's on fire. Y'all, this one right here. It's that meme where the Donald Glover, Childish Gambino walks in and everything's on fire. Like, what's going on here? Everybody's... Asha Sharma walks in and was like, we ain't making no money. We're getting bald 10.0 Krillin over here, rich Krillin, Tien Shinhan Nadella out here solar flaring. So, out here talking about we didn't make more than money. We actually make more monetized on YouTube. I'm like, why didn't you say that before? You didn't say y'all making more money on YouTube, you lying ass. Y'all making more money on monetizing on YouTube? It's time for us to make money now. It's like Phil Spencer was telling us the whole time y'all were making money. What do you mean you make more money off of YouTube? Y'all liars. Phil Spencer lying. Jez lying. All these guys lying on Twitter. Liars. All of them. Believing what Phil Spencer says. Believing what Aaron Greenberg says. Man, don't ever believe someone that says they've checked every single box for a studio being great and for Hi-Fi Rush. And then literally, as they turn around, as they get up, Microsoft announces that they're shuttering the Tango and Hi-Fi Rush is done. But on Twitter, he said they checked every box. You forgot to check the lie box. The that's a lie. No. Absolutely not, man. Absolutely not, bro. These people are all... I don't trust them. Why is Asha Sharma coming in here and everything is a wreck? It's a mess. If they were making so much money on Game Pass and all that, which I had countless Xbox fans tell me they're making $1 bazillion and everything's fine. And that they don't need console sales anymore. Lies. All of it. Lies. Lies, 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 lies. Lies. All of it. I'm not a fan of lying, if you guys haven't noticed. I'm not a fan of manipulation, if you guys haven't noticed. I'm not a fan of leaving out information, if you guys have not noticed. You want to call me bootlicker or fanboy because of that, then so be it. But I'm not a fan of that. Now listen, you don't have to tell me everything, but you can't sit there and say, this is gold when it's a piece of dookie. You know? I'm not a fan, and that's why I go at certain people on Twitter and stuff like that, because they be lying. Because people be manipulating and lying. So, that's the problem that I have. That's funny, like here, this is fine, this is not fine. Yeah, this is, I'm fine. Wait, maybe I'm not. How home console sales aren't the whole number and instead represent in decimals. Well, it's just decimals because they don't want to write out the whole thing. So it's just 17.78 million. Yeah, there's numbers after that, but once it hits a whole, like a whole enough number, then they'll update that. It's just abbreviated because you don't need to know the rest of it. If something sells 17 million, that's not much of a difference between 17. You know, if something sells 17.53 million, you don't need to know the rest of that. It sold 17.53. You can get up to that 100,000th mark. That's enough. You don't need to know every single number after that, you know? I don't believe the Xbox will put out a console. Next console, they are done for sure. I don't get how it will even be possible for... Yeah, I don't get it either. I don't even know how they're gonna do it. I mean, they could do it and just do it just because and put out a niche device that where they don't ship that many and it's very expensive and they just say, hey, if you want it, we've got it. They can do that. That's an option for them. I mean, the Xbox ROG Ally is that. Even though it's like a, you know, it's not like a proprietary hardware for them. It's like licensed out or whatever. But we'll see. Like I said, man, we will see what they decide to do, you know, with that. But yeah, it's hard for me to think that they're actually even going to make a system next gen. Like there's going to be another system. Like it just, these console sales and what these prices don't dictate them doing that. That there's nothing indicative of that being a thing, you know? If Xbox was doing great, people would be bragging. When they're not, it suddenly doesn't matter. Well, the problem that I have is that it was all lies in the first place. That's the problem that I have. The honeymoon phase is all over for Sharma. Yeah, I think, once again, she was brought in to weather the storm. She was brought in to not, like, the last thing that you would want is Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond to be there, and they have to go through all these changes and have to deal with the fans after everything, like, their vision for Xbox. Their vision for Xbox was very different than Microsoft's actual vision. So Satya Nadella's actual vision for Microsoft is very different from Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond's vision. Their vision was definitely more gamer focused. It was more like fan focused. It was more affordability with the systems. They tried, you know, they make a cheaper system, an all digital system. Like they're trying to do all these things to make things a bit better. You know, Game Pass trying to give people value. Like their vision was completely different. So there's no way that they can stay. They have to go because Microsoft, they cracked the whip, man. Like Satya Nadella Baldelia cracked the whip. He hit him with the solar flare, hit him with the Destructo disc, and said, "This enough is enough." You know, he hit him with the Destructo disc. You know, and he just said, enough is enough, and cut him, let him go. So you don't want to sully their you know, their legacy. So you can't let them go through all these changes of these price increases and these big change and like laying off all these studios. I mean, Phil Spencer had to go through that a little bit, but you don't want him to go through everything. So you got to let him go. You got to essentially fire him or tell him, we're going to force you to retire. Take your millions of dollars and leave, you know? Sarah Bond, see you later. Go work for Tyson Chicken. You know, see you later. Anybody else that's not with the new Xbox, see you later. You're out too. So that's really what happened, man. If Xbox didn't have as much, if Xbox had Sega's amount of money, they would have been done. Xbox would have been out of the console business by now at this point. But Xbox has crazy amounts of money, so they can do it. They can stay in. So that's really what happened. It's sad to see Nintendo still getting blamed for GTA 6 price and Xbox and Steam Machine price hike. They're not really. It's just weirdos being weirdos. It ain't really like a real thing. So. Bro, this isn't it. This isn't an Xbox only problem. Sony and Nintendo also be raising prices within the next 6 months as RAM prices steadily climb quarter after quarter. I get that, man, but like Nintendo raised the price by $50. I'm not saying that it's just their problem. And Microsoft has raised this is their 4th price increase in the last year. So I mean, like, I get what you're saying. It's not just Microsoft, but they've raised the price of the Xbox, the Xbox One, the Xbox Series X has gotten its price raised from 500, I think, to 550 or like to 600, from 600 to 650, from 600 something to like 700 something, and now from 700 to $800. So they've raised the price of the system $400 in the last 5 years. That's like it's a $400. It's they raised the price by like almost like 80 something percent, right? Or like 70 to 80% price increase. So I mean that's significantly higher than Nintendo's $50. I mean, if they simply just did a $50 price increase each time, we'd be at $700. So we'd be, I mean, but they've raised the price down multiple times at this point. They've also raised the price of, you know, of the online. So I think that's the issue. It's not their own, it's not just them, I get it, but the price down is above a PS5. Like, it is above the competition quite handily now at this point, you know? So I'm looking at this right here. So here's the prices that I'm talking about, right? So it's not just the Microsoft like, it's not just the Xbox thing. I get it. It's the RAM and all that. But I mean, you got to look at this. This was $299 at launch. It's now, you know, $499. This Xbox Series X, this was actually $500 at launch, and now it is $800. So it's went up $400 since it launched. And once again, the price increases I think started for the Xbox in 2025. So in the last year, I think they've had 3 or 4 price increases, like in the last year or so. And once again, this is the new price, right? Of the Xbox Series X digital. This is an all digital system. This system, the all digital, is $150 more than the PS5. So I see what you're saying, but it's $150 more than like the all digital PS5. And they've already raised the price of the all digital PS5 a couple times, right? And it's $150 more than the digital PS5. This Xbox Series X is $800. That is $250. No, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, no, that's $150 more, yeah, than the PS5 disc. This Galaxy Black 2, it's just discontinued, you know. The Xbox Series S 1 terabyte, it's the same price as a PS5 all digital. It's the same price. That's crazy. So I think that's the issue that we're dealing with right now, man. That's the issue that we're dealing with. Is that the price increases are above the competition. We get it. Everybody's dealing with the similar RAM stuff. I'm pretty sure Microsoft or Nintendo and Sony are going to raise prices too, as well. Again, Nintendo already had to raise the price, and it doesn't cover everything. So I'm pretty sure Nintendo will raise the price again next year by another $50. So it'll go up to $550. You know, but yeah, this is not good. But you know, Nintendo's actually selling systems, and Sony's actually selling systems. Microsoft is not selling systems. So I guess it makes it a bit tougher for them. They don't get the bulk, maybe they don't get as much bulk pricing discounts or something like that. Well, yeah, I'm not talking about Apple, but yeah, Apple did raise the prices too. Yeah, I saw the latest Bungie news. We talked about it. That everything is an Xbox has come back to bite them in the butt. This slide from Xbox has been going for a while. Yeah, it's been going on for like the last decade plus. It's been going on since the Xbox One. Pretty much. Have you seen Micron secured a deal for the next 5 years to keep memory and RAM prices essentially high AF for their 16 partners? Ain't looking too good out there. Yep. Yeah. Capitalism never fails. They secured a deal to keep the prices high. It's like they want us to suffer, man. They want people to be. They just want to make as much, and they don't want to think about. They don't want to think about how it's going to affect everything. They're just thinking about what they get. Trash. Let's see. Do you think that do you guys think that it's bad thing to have an unpopular opinion that sales don't matter to me? I don't care about sales. There's unpopular video game hardware, and I love it. I think it's great to you. Well, I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, you don't have to worry about sales, Sean. But if something doesn't sell, you don't get more of it. So you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry. Like, if something fails, it just fails. It's fate, right? But just keep in mind, like, that doesn't stop people from talking about it. Because if something fails and you don't get more of it, you might want to know why you didn't get more of it. So, like, you like Sega, right? Don't you want to know why Sega failed? Like, you're aware of how Sega failed, right? Now, you could just put your ears in, you know, put your fingers in your ears and close your eyes and say, well, I still like Sega. It's fine. I don't care. But now you don't get no more Sega consoles. And you like Sega, right? So think about that for a second. You don't have to care, but you also you might want to know why something isn't happening again, right? It's almost like, oh, well, Sega failed because of X, Y, and Z. Oh, now I know. It doesn't matter because they were going to fail regardless, but at least I know why. So are we actually in the future Trunks timeline? Something like that, man. Something like that. I'll tell you, Xbox can turn it around. Everything is an Xbox. by turning up to the dozens. Marketing too involve yo mama jokes in the mix. Crude might work. I don't even know if that's gonna work. Here's the thing I'll say: that everything is an Xbox marketing thing. Like, I want to know if they actually just rode that one out and just say everything is an Xbox and just basically try to sell it in that type of way. Like, I know people were hating on it, but think about it for a second. What if everything was an Xbox and you truly got people to truly just buy everything on everything? Listen, man, I get it. People hate that because it dissipates the console. But at the same time, man, you might make a lot of cash if they start really just blowing things out on Switch 2, blowing things out on PlayStation, blowing things out like on Steam, blowing things out on their own system. Gears of War E-Day on everything. Gears of War E-Day on Switch 2. Just like bro, cut all the studios that you don't need, all the compulsion game, like cut all that, blow everything out, go hard. Take all your resources, go hard on Forza, Gears, Fable, Halo, and put it on everything and make sure it's high quality with all your resources.
My PC might become my retirement fund. Lol.
It might be, Justin. Yo, thank you for the 3. Yo, first dono in a bit, so I appreciate that. Combos, we still looking for that Noah and Mio flying through the skies. We're close though. 3 more combos than we got there. Thank you guys for your support tonight. I appreciate it. Let's go. But yeah, I don't know, man. That everything in the Xbox campaign, people hated it. But imagine if they did what they're doing now. They cut all the different the studios that they don't need, and they just said, yeah, we're going to sell you our greatest games on everything, and we're going to make sure that it's quality. You want Gears of War E-Day on Switch 2? We got a team dedicated for that. We're gonna make sure that you guys are playing it in great quality. Oh, you guys want Gears of War E-Day on PS5? Oh yeah, PS5 Pro, we're blowing that out too. Oh, don't worry, Xbox guys, Gears of War E-Day is going to run great on Xbox Series X and on Xbox Series S. Oh, by the way, that PC version, we got resources to make that one the best version too. Like, imagine if they just blew it out and then also said, oh yeah, if you got high-end MacBooks or high-end tablets or whatever, Gears of War, it can play on there. It can play on there. Get a controller, snap it up to it, it'll play on there. Oh, how about Fable? Oh, we're blowing Fable out. Get all the resources for every single system. Everything's an Xbox. Like, if they did that strategy, and once again, got rid of the other studios and focused, or took those studios and put them all on, you know, the people that wanted to leave can leave, but put everybody on Halo, Gears, Forza, Sea of Thieves, everything that's successful, I think that marketing campaign, it might have flopped and failed, but I think it might have worked. I think it might have worked. People would have just been like, man, I'm going to start buying Xbox. Xbox is great. I love Xbox. And then you don't got to deal with the whole, you don't got to do like the crazy fans are going to be mad at you, but a lot of people are going to really love you. They're going to really, really, really love you because you're putting out everything in high quality on everything. You know, take all those resources of those studios and put them on the biggest games. I'm telling you, increase the quality to where they're game of the year level quality. I'm telling you, man, that might have worked. If you putting out Gears of War E-Day, you putting out Halo Combat Evolved on everything, and it's like 90 plus rated or high 80s, you're going to get a lot of positive feedback. Yeah, your console sales are going to tank, but you're going to get a lot of positive feedback. And then blow out the achievements and do more of the achievement stuff, do more of the avatar stuff, and get people excited about, put a whole dedicated team on putting outfits and tying that to achievements and tying that to where if you get this, like you can get the whole outfit, the Gears of War guy's outfit and stuff like that. Go back to where it was in the 360 days. You know, when they did stuff like that, like you get this achievement, you get this outfit. They might still do that. But if they would have done that, I think, listen, I'm stupid. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I think that might have worked. It might have worked. I don't know what's going to happen now. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen now, you know? So, going the full 3 hours today. I don't know if we're going the full 3 hours today. We've got to get to 100 on the combo board to go to full 3. Right now, we're at 2 and 45, so we're pretty much, you know, we're gonna go over 2 hours, but we're not at the full 3 hours today, not yet. Shout outs, Daniel, though. Welcome. They were already doing a good job of getting people to believe that exclusivity is bad. Yeah, they got Colt Eastwood to stop believing in exclusivity. They got certain people to start. Colt started whenever the exclusivity came back, Colt started deleting his tweets. This man said, tweet us. delete us. They got Colt to start deleting tweets, bro. They should have done that if they actually committed to being third-party publisher, but they bipolar on that. Yeah. What do you think about the big Valve versus Nintendo thing on Twitter? What do I think about it? I think it's a joke. Xbox can be the EST publisher. I think the biggest, be the biggest publisher in the gaming. They want to maintain morale with a few people. Yeah. Microsoft buttered up Xbox YouTubers to damage control for them. You guys all get 25. You guys all get Xbox Series X, the Halo edition, the Halo 25th anniversary edition. You guys all get that. Did you see my comment when I said I did hear some of the reason why Nintendo Project Atlantis got canceled because 32-bit in 90s would have made it too expensive? Yeah, too big, too expensive, and bad battery life. People actually think deleting tweets somehow scrubs nobody would have receipts. Oh, people got receipts, yeah. And people just saw it. I still don't get walking away. Gears E-Day to PS5. That was where they had the actually got sales. Yeah, yeah. Here's the thing. I'll say this: Microsoft made a couple of big crucial mistakes. From what I understand, they could have got Genshin Impact. They could have got Genshin Impact as an exclusive. They could have got Genshin Impact as an exclusive. They could have got Resident Evil 4 as an exclusive. They could have got like a number of pretty high-profile games. Microsoft fumbled getting exclusive over the years too. So there was also that. So Gears Remastered Turbo flopped on PS5, but it still sold copies. Nobody really bought it on Xbox either, though. Like people were just getting the free copies of that. I think it actually sold decent enough for what it is. It's just a 360 remaster. I think it did okay, considering what it is. You know. At least that's my opinion. OG RE4 or RE4 remake? OG RE4. OG RE4. They went to a meeting and they couldn't describe like why the Xbox should get this game, you know, and what the Xbox is about. So so Shinji Mikami left the meeting and already went to Nintendo and already did a deal with Nintendo after that. So that's what happened. Hey, what's up, Vatset? Welcome. The 13 remake in 2020 flopped. Okay, that's random, but thanks for letting us know, Nidmar. I have not heard anybody talk about the 13 remake in 2020. You were 13 years old. Were you looking forward to that, Nidmar? Marvel approached Xbox before they approached Sony, I believe. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Wait, OG RE4 was on the GameCube first? You guys don't know your history. Yes, OG RE4 was on the GameCube first. It came out in, I think, January or February of 2005 for the GameCube. But then later that year, it came out for the PlayStation 2. I don't think it ever came out for the original Xbox. Yes, but yes, it was for the OG GameCube. The original, the OG RE4. OG RE4. But no, it's all good, Anonymous Zero. Some people, listen, that was a long time ago. It was 21 years ago. You were probably a little kid and didn't remember or didn't know. So it's okay. I'm being stupid. Xbox not being Microsoft cash cow is why it's always fail. I remember Shinji Mikami was very adamant on keeping RE4 on GameCube too. Yeah, he went crazy with that. He's like, yeah, it'll never be ported to PlayStation 2 or I'll cut my own head off or something like that. Because the PS2 was hard to develop on. But then they ended up porting it to PS2 anyway. So he said he'll cut his head off or he'll cut his arm off or something like that. Didn't Shinji Mikami say head cut? Yeah, he said something like head cut off. I don't know about a factor of him leaving Capcom. I don't know about all that. Chances Nintendo gets limited exclusivity for future RE games? Almost zero. Pretty much zero. Limited for RE games? Why would they do that? That's stupid. The games sell really good on PlayStation and on Xbox and on PC. Why would you limit it to Nintendo? You play Star Fox today? Technically, yes, because I played it like at 12 a.m. I'm going to play some more tonight after the stream. See, we still need more GameCube games NSO. We do need more GameCube games NSO. We do. Hopefully we get some more. I'm surprised. I don't think we got any announced at the Nintendo Direct. I thought maybe we get at least one at the Nintendo Direct. We didn't get any announced at the Nintendo Direct. So, something tells me that they'll have some announcements though later this year. You know what? Switch being the last console we buy doesn't sound too bad at this point. I'm telling you, put out stuff like Star Fox, man. The graphics look good. And those graphics aren't even anything close to like what, you know, maybe like Last of Us or something like that. But those graphics, dude, Star Fox looks incredible on Switch too. What's it running like at 1080p or something like that? 1080p, 60 FPS looks great. Looks fantastic. Runs good. I'm okay, man. I'm all right. I can just sit there and do the challenge mode in Star Fox. Like I said, gaming isn't even good enough for me to get super excited about all the games that are coming. Like, there's good stuff, but I'm just sticking to what I know I'm gonna like. My RPGs, you know, my remakes. I'm not even really super excited about stuff that's like, you know, that's like, oh my god, look at this brand new IP that's doing all this raw crap. It's like, I'm like, let's see what happens when it comes out. Let's see the scores. Let's see what happens. I don't even trust anything now, you know? I don't even get excited for new IPs that I don't know, the developers that I don't know if I'm already gonna like. Now, if it's like Platinum Games and like they're making like Astral Chain, yeah, I get excited about that because it's Platinum Games. But if it's just like, oh, here's this developer and they're making this brand new like Black Myth Wukong or whatever, it's like, yeah, I got excited for that. Look what happened. Like, I got excited for Black Myth Wukong. I bought it launch day. I bought it on I'm a PC gamer. Yeah. I'm gonna be PC guy. Man, that was the worst. Not the worst mistake I ever made, but I'm over here doing benchmarks and testing it just to play as a monkey with nunchucks and stuff, and just going, just doing Dark Soul, fake Dark Monkey Dark Souls. I just said, man, this is corny. I cut that off, and then but then here's how I'm really stupid. I'm like, oh well, maybe I'll like it more if it's on PlayStation. Maybe I just don't like PC. So then I spent another $60 or $70 on the game on PS5, and it was just as trash, and it looked worse. And I'm like, oh, this is even worse. So I wasted $100-something on Black Myth Wukong. I said, never again, man. I said, never again. I'm done. I'm done. So, yo, Avalon, thank you for the gift, man. 100 jewels coming through. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate that. No, I don't regularly play games on PC. No. But at that time, I was still like, okay, I got a 3080. You know, I got a good PC. Like, let me try it out. And like, yeah, it ran good enough. But the PS5 version ran even worse. It was like sketchy. The PS5 version was bad. I thought maybe I just like it more. Like, I like PS5 more, but I said, I'm done, man. I'm not buying hyped up games that people just say, oh yeah, that was the best. Oh yeah, Black Myth. Like, if PC schizos are talking about how good the game is, that's a red flag to me. Like, if I ever see PC schizos or like little girl anime avatars or like, you know, like hardcore PC guys like Linus Tech Tip people talk about how good a game is, that's already a red flag. Doesn't mean that they're wrong, but that just means that, wait a minute, it's probably got like schizo stuff. It's probably got like PC schizo stuff in there. Like something that only like PC people will like, or only if you like, you know, like eat burritos like every for breakfast, lunch, and dinner or something like that. Like, it's like weird for you to like the game. You know, it's like some type of weird circumstance for you to think it's great, you know? So it's like, I'm never doing that again. Like, if a PC schizo likes a game, or if like a crazy anime avatar likes a game and they're all talking about how great it is on like Steam, or like, you know, something like that, if they got like crazy cult-like atmosphere behind the people that like the game, and not like positive, like weird cult-like atmosphere behind it, like weird, like just weird stuff surrounding the game, nah, man, I ain't never buying that stuff again. Never again. Gameplay was too difficult? No, it was just not fun. It was just not fun for me. Not fun for me. When was the last time you played a PC game, Felipe? When was the last time you played a PC game? Black Myth was low-key industry plant, especially with how it was. Was it a Chinese industry plant? Let's see here. What if they somehow like Xenoblade Genesis? LOL. if who somehow like a PC schizo, they can't emulate it. The only way that they like Xenoblade is when they emulate it. That's the only way they like Xenoblade. If it's you can't emulate Xenoblade Genesis, so why would they like that? Yeah, they like Xenoblade 1, 2, and 3. You can emulate those, but you can't emulate Xenoblade Genesis. They're not gonna like that. They're gonna say it sucks.
Hey, you. I want to shake your hand.
Justin with the 3.
Yeah, Black Myth and Pal World fits into that category. Lol.
I think I had more fun playing Power World than Black Myth, but like Power World was like, oh, this game's great, and it like fell like a rock. One day I was playing the game, and I realized that this was the AI. Like the AI does like weird patterns, like it's like a kid show. Like the AI is idiotic. The people be in your pal place, your pals. Oh, I'm sick. Oh, my leg broken. Oh, I don't feel so good. Oh, this. You're being invaded. There's people just running. I got like a hill. Bro, the people are running into the side of the hill. My pals are like trying to defend. They're falling off the hill. They're sitting there just running around. I'm building. I'm sick. Oh, I might die. Like, bro, that game sucks. Like, this trash. Hey, that game is trash. God dang. Trash AI. And when I found it, all like clicked me. I'm like, what am I wasting my life, rotting my life away playing this Temu version of not even Pokemon. This is a Temu version of like Temtem. It's a Temu Temtem. It ain't even a Temu Pokemon. It's a knockoff of a knockoff. It's the knockoff's knockoff. It's a Temu Temtem. I said I'm never playing this again, ever. I don't care. They can have version 1.0, 2.0, 3.0. Lakers in 5. I'm done. I'm out. You know, I'm out. I'm never playing this again, dude. So that's a savage. Thank you to Justin for the 3. I said that AI was just hot garbage. So I quit. So I liked Power World more than Black Myth, but yeah, they fit into the same category, man. They fit into the same category. I'm still waiting off Mudohar to finish Xenoblade 3. Then again, I still need to finish Final Fantasy 7. Yeah, he's like, oh, this is great. He has it on the Steam Deck, right? Man, he didn't finish that game. Power World never came to Switch, no, because they're actively in a lawsuit against them, Mabel. It's like, imagine, hey, we're gonna release our game on your system. Okay, but you know we're suing you, right? Yeah, don't worry about that. We'll figure it out later. All right, sure, agreed, deal. But I don't like it. That's Nintendo. By the way, can you change up the glider a little bit? It's kind of gliding a little bit too much like Pokemon Legends. All right, no problem, Nintendo. Hey, Power World, can you guys stop using balls? Can you guys use like something else? Nah, I don't think we can, Nintendo. I mean, it's a ball. It's no big deal. But it is. but it kind of is. No, it's not a big deal. It is. We're not gonna change it. All right then. You just see Miyamoto walk away, get into a black SUV. Next thing you know it, another SUV pulls in. 2 guys come out. Sunglasses, Japanese dudes, looking like what's it called? Looking like Agent Smith, but Japanese. And say, we would like to play guys, but with glasses. Hey, Power World, we're suing you guys. here's the papers. Court Monday morning, baby. We're suing y'all. Don't want to do all that? Nah, you out. Yakuza. They straight up said, we got Pokeballs. It's just like Pokemon, but with guns. Look, we got Pikachu. And we've got, we got Diplo. We got all these Temu versions of Pokemon, right? I remember when Temtem came out and I streamed it, I couldn't stop calling them Pokemon. That's the real reason why I stopped playing that game. It was kind of fun, but I kept on calling them Pokemon. I played it one time. I kept on calling them Pokemon, and I couldn't stop calling them Pokemon. I'm like, oh, I mean Temtem. I kept on saying Pokemon, so I was like, all right. If I'm calling them Pokemon this much, they don't deserve my time. It's an okay game, but they don't deserve my time, man. They don't deserve my time because I keep on calling them Pokemon. So I had to stop. Let's see. Even in every video, you called them Did I call them Pokemon? Yo, the Pokemon in Temtem, or the Temtem, the actual Temtem in Temtem, yo, they look like the cut Pokemon from like they look like wait, today on Did You Know Gaming, we're taking a look at the cut Pokemon from the 2000 Space World demo, like of Pokemon Gold and Silver, the one that Satoru Iwata was working on before they had to crunch. They had to cut out, and it was like just weird looking Psyducks and all that, like weird looking deformed Psyducks and weird looking rodents, weird looking ferrats or for whatever those things are, those furry things. Weird looking, all these weird looking beta Pokemon. Like that's all like every Temtem looks. They all look like default debunked or default fan made or weird Space World demo Pokemon Gold and Silver looking Pokemon in Temtem. So don't believe any type of rumors right now, man. Just don't believe any type of rumors when it comes to all this stuff. People are just throwing out things whenever. And some of those were, I mean, listen, not all Pokemon designs are great. Don't get me wrong. Like, Pokemon does not have like the greatest designs, but I think the problem with me is that I don't have the capacity in my brain to learn a whole nother monster moves, like learn like a whole nother like monster move set. It's not like these games are bad, Temtem or Power World or like Digimon, but I just don't have the capacity in my head to know Pokemon and to know this. There's just too much. I don't want to have to put both of those in my head. Like, I didn't grow up, obviously I didn't grow up with Digimon, like watching it like that. I know the rule sets of Pokemon. I know, like, okay, water beats fire, fire beats grass, you know, flying beats fire. I know, like, ground beats fire. Like, I know generally, like, the move sets and, like, what of what. I know generally, like, what Pokemon types there are, like, who's the dual type. Like, I know baseline. I'm not any Wolfie or anything like that, but I know enough, and I don't feel like learning another system because they're all different, and I don't feel like learning it. That's the thing. That's what I realized. After playing Digimon on Switch 2, I don't feel like learning their system. I don't have the capacity to know multiple Monster Hunter games, you know, or Monster Battler games. Thanks for letting me know about the Flamingo from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Ninmar. I agree. Pokemon. I don't want. Yeah, I don't want to learn all these other ones. You know. I disagree though. I love the Flamingo. There's way worse designs. I mean, it's a Flamingo. I mean, Flamingos are cool looking, but I mean, it's just a Flamingo, but designed like a Pokemon, I guess. I don't really care. I just don't feel like learning another whole moveset. I'm not saying that every single Pokemon is designed well. I do find it funny that Palworld is the only one of all the controversy compared to the hundreds of other Pokemon clones. Here's the reason why Palworld has the controversy. The first thing, I mean, not saying that all this is like 100%, but here's the biggest reason why there's a controversy with it. One, they got accused of using AI. You had pretty people like with knowledge on designs, like character designers, that analyzed a lot of the pals and the Pokemon and said like, this is way too similar. I think the Luxray, Palworld has a Pokemon that looks like exactly like Luxray, like almost to the T. You know?
I think that's my problem. Pokemon got to me first, and it's hard to unlearn it.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's my issue too. I understand that the AI stuff is not true, but let me finish before you start saying it's not. Like, just let me finish, dude. It got accused of that first and foremost. So you already have a bad impression because you have designs that are very similar. You have a Pokemon that looks just like Lucario. You have a Pokemon that looks just like Vulpix. You have a Pokemon that looks just like Luxray. You have all these Pokemon that look very similar. And then you have the accusations of AI. You have the accusations of AI in there, and then you have people analyzing it and saying this seems very much like AI, you know, and then analyzing the designs. Like, you have a character artist that were actually going in depth. So when you do all that, and then once again, you also have Pokeballs. I don't think there's any other Pokemon clone that uses Pokeballs. You know, that uses Pokeballs and that uses a lot of the same like mechanics in terms of that. Now, is the game different? Yes, the game is very different. It's very different, but they're using Pokeballs. They're using Pokemon that look very similar, or pals that look very similar, but it's a very different game. Like, it's got tower defense type of stuff. It's got survival. It's got different, I mean, it's got action. It's an action RPG. It's not a turn-based RPG. Like, you can, you know, fight as your character. Like, you can have guns, you know, so it's a very different game. But I think that, like, they flew a little bit too close to the sun with some of the designs and with the Pokeballs. You know, so what did they get? What did they try to get him on? I mean, Nintendo might still lose the lawsuit, but I don't even think it's about winning the lawsuit. It's about sending just a message. What's that Joker quote? It's about sending a message. It's not, I don't think it's even about winning. It's not about winning any amount of money or anything like that. It's just about, hey, look, if you get this close to what we're doing, we're going to defend our IP. Even if we lose, we're going to just do it. So don't do it. So what did Power World do? They changed a bunch of stuff in the game. All the different things that Nintendo complained about and whined about, which I didn't want them to do. I didn't want them to sue them. But they changed a lot of it. Like the gliding thing, they changed how the pals are summoned. They changed the Pokeballs in the game. They changed all sorts of stuff because they flew too close to the sun. So I think that's what happened there. I don't agree with it. I think they should have just left them. Say, hey, it is what it is there. But like, yeah, I think that's what happened there. Because like if you play like Digimon, it don't got like Pokeballs and it don't got like some of the same stuff. All right, like if you play like some of the other games, it don't got like any of the other monster battler games. But this one is like some of the design stuff are like way too close. Also, they marketed it as Pokemon, the Pokemon with guns. Did they? I don't know if they marketed it with Pokemon with guns. I think fans said that. I don't know if they actually marketed it with Pokemon with guns. Was that an actual quote from them, or? And it's genre fatigue after all. At least Shin Megami Tensei has a completely different approach. Well, yeah, I never figured that SMT is like, I never thought of SMT and Pokemon as like a thing now. SMT and Pokemon are similar, but not really. Like SMT, you fight with multiple, you know, demons at the same time. Like you have a party of demons. You know, SMT, it's like the structure is very different. You know, there's obviously no PvP in SMT. Like, it's very different. Or like even like, you know, Persona, right? It's very different how everything works and operates. You know, you don't got Pokeballs. Like you don't, you know, it's not like you don't capture them the same type of way. Like you talk to them, you know, so it's different for sure. It's very different. Let's see here. I've played a lot of Adventures of Elliot in the past 2 days, and I see why you mentioned the characters talk too much. Just want to kill the enemies. Come on, yeah. A lot of times they talk. There's a good story in there too, but yeah, they be talking a lot. Hey, what's up, Jarble? Appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming out to the stream. You fuse, you don't collect, etc. Exactly. You fuse, you don't collect, so it's very different. Hey, I think you meant Power World, a rip-off mobile game Power World. Oh, okay. I think Xbox forgot to do all the contracts regarding RAM and storage. just said, you know, we'll be all right. Don't worry about it. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Hey, what's up, Aiden Quinn? Welcome, brother. How you doing today? I don't know how much genre fatigue, you know, we have when it comes. Like, there's not a ton of monster battler games, but there are like a lot of smaller ones here and there. Tip for Elliot: change the voice to the Japanese way better. Nah, I'll just leave him in English. The English voices are fine. I don't feel like reading. Rather just have them talk normal. So I'm good on all that. I think the thing about it is that people will always, the English voices are actually pretty good. In I think that we get tired of us hearing our own language, so we think that if it's a different language, like Japanese is much cooler. Japanese people feel the same way about their own language, and sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, the English voice acting." That's the funny thing. Like when people always say, "Oh yeah, it's Japanese is way better." Japanese people will tell you like, seems fine to me. They don't find the language any, you know, cool or anything like we do. So they feel like the English language is fine, or they might change it to that. I forgot, there's actually a name for that, but I forgot what it's called. Yo, Simeon Coin, thank you for the 100 core crystals. This is Evening OJ just getting in. Speaking of Pokemon, there's a new Pokemon game called Lumen Tale Memories of Trey, made by Team 17 and came out on May 26, 2026. Check out the trailer when you get a chance. All right, for sure. You might like, or you may not like. My music request is Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse, Stage 3, Fire Grotto SNES version. How do you remember all these tracks, man? Like, how do you remember these tracks? All right, I'll get that for you. Magical Quest starring... You gotta say starring Mickey Mouse. You can't just say with Mickey Mouse. Starring Mickey Mouse. You gotta have that on the box. Stage 3... Fire Grotto SNES. It's all good. Steam building. I mean, I think the appeal about a Steam machine is that it's really small. Like, yeah, you can build one that's like that, but it's probably gonna be like a big old box. Like that's so. So yeah, it's probably just gonna be like a big PC box type of thing, right? Is this game any good? The Magical Quest starring Mickey. Like, is this game good, Simeon Coin, or is it like trash? I'm playing Star Fox tonight too. Let's see. Only monster battle I need is Monster Hunter Wilds on Switch 2, buddy. I don't think that's a monster battler game. I think Monster Hunter Stories is a monster battler game, but I don't think Monster Hunter Wilds is. Not really, but I built one that's about 30% bigger. 30% is a lot bigger. What if the Switch 2 was 30% bigger? That's a lot bigger, though. It's not about the voice acting. It's about the fact that the dialogue is not important and it helps you tune it out and less annoying. I just read it real quick and then press the A button. So I guess you could do that, sure. But I guess it doesn't really matter. I just read it and then press the A button and fast forward through it. New Direct. Nobody said anything about a new Direct. Because I grew up playing the Disney games and bunch, and yes, the game is excellent, but the game is short. I might check it out. I might check it out if it's good. Play some classic games. Yes, it's awesome. It has a lot of different places. If you're into Tetris. Oh. Wait, the Magical Quest, that's a Tetris game? But I feel you though, Dan. I feel you on that one. Xbox does not seem to care if they ever sell another Xbox Series console. They have moved on to Project Helix. Good. I love with that. Psh, good luck. I mean, I don't know if they. You can say that you move on to Project Helix, but how are they going to do any better? You know? How are you going to do it? How are you going to do any better than what you're doing right now? I don't know, man. This is a tough spot to be in. Tough spot to be in. Do you think physical games will eventually stop as a whole? Yes. we're very close. We're very close to physical games stopping as a whole. Very close. It's already kind of there somewhat, you know? So, yeah. It's already kind of happening. My builds are 60% smaller than the normal PC build, so there's fine with its size. Yeah, that's true. I just still think that Steam machine is like the whole allure of even having that is like, so you don't have to build it yourself, and then also so it's like a way small, like it's as small as a GameCube or like smaller than a GameCube, right? So I think that's the whole, like if it's 30% bigger, that's too close to like 50%. It's like 20% away, but that's still kind of like a 30% increase is big. It's like, you know, what if this water bottle was 30% bigger? That'd be too big of a water bottle. You know what I'm saying? What if this mouse was 30% bigger? That'd be too big of a mouse. What if my phone was 30% bigger? I mean, I don't use it. It doesn't work. But what if it was bigger? I mean, that'd be too big for the phone, you know? What if my wallet was 30% bigger? It'd be too big of a wallet. So I see what you're saying for sure. But still. Like the whole appeal of it is that it's super small and quiet and uses less power, right? So I think that's the issue there. For me, at least. I need my paycheck to be minimum 30% bigger. There you go. I need my paycheck to be 30% bigger, so I'm doing 30% more work. I'm doing 30% more videos. YouTube's like, what's gotten into you? I'm like, I need to eat more than Top Ramen, man. I'm just eating Top Ramen every day. I need to. I'm party man. I'm party man in college days. This is not good. This is not good. I'm not feeling so. I don't feel so good. I'm lacking nutrition. I'm lacking nutrition. All I eat is Top Ramen and drink water. I don't even have a water filter. I just drink out of the tap. I feel sick at nights.
Hey, you. I want to shake your hand. I want to shake your hand.
Hey, you, I want to shake your hand.
What if my? Actually, never mind.
So I'm just going to go ahead and just finish the fight here. It wouldn't make that much of a difference in that case, Psychopie. It would still not necessarily be that that big inside. There'd still be not a noticeable difference, Psychopie. Oh my gosh. Oh man. I mean, it is what it is, brother. It is what it is, you know. How big do you think the next PC Xbox will be? It'll be like this big. I don't know how big it's gonna be. It'll be like this. I don't know how big it's gonna be. It's going to be bigger than Asha Sharma's torso. It'll be definitely. She's really thin. It's going to be bigger than her torso. I can tell you that. She is thin. I don't think she eats much. I think she just wake up and drink coffee and worry about Xbox. Oh man, she looks like the type of person that eats like one piece of lettuce for like lunch. Like she takes like a fork and knife and like has like a whole plate. It ain't even. It's like a nice plate. She take like one piece of like spinach and she like cut it into multiple pieces and like bite each one, then like drink a coffee and then like go back to work. She looked like that type of girl. Let's see. The Switch 2 is now the cheapest console with the new Xbox price. Not quite yet. It doesn't go into effect until August, so it'll be the cheapest from August to the September price increase. Then it'll tie it. It'll be tied as the cheapest. But yes, it's close. Cup of tea with one rice cake. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. She probably just, you know, yeah, probably like a rice cake. Even lucky to get a whole rice cake. Probably half a rice cake. Running Xbox is I bet she's stressed, bro. But I bet Satellia Nadelia basically just told her what to do. He probably just told her, hey, this is what you should do, you know? This is what you should do. Shout outs, guys. Appreciate that. I didn't put the core crystal on there. We're at 67 on the board. We got about 10 more minutes left. We got the 2 hours and 45. We are a bit away from the 3 hour though, but if that's fine. If we do that, we're getting streams all the time, so it's all good if we don't get there. 67, we're about 23. Oh, I can't count. 33 combos away from going the full distance. I'm sure Nutella is helping her and the team. I'm pretty sure Nutella's the one who's actually doing all the work. He's the one he's like I think she's like a puppet CEO with a little bit of power, but really more like a puppet. Like, hey, Satellia Nadelia's like, okay, y'all been playing around with my money way too much. I think he came in, busted the door down, looked at the numbers and said, "Hey, Phil, where's my money?" Phil's like, "Well, you just give us a little bit more time. We've got Game Pass coming. Everything's gonna be..." It's like, shut up! Smacked him. Shut up! Where's the money? I've been giving you all this. We've been buying studios. You told me if we did this, everyone would buy an Xbox and everyone would buy this. What's going on? Well, I mean, if you just like give us a bit more time. No! No! I will not give you more time. Shut up! I will not give you more time. You're out of here. Get out! Sarah Bond's like, well, I'm just gonna watch. Hey, you! Were you the one that's in charge of everything's at Xbox? Well, I mean, everything kind of is. Get out! Get out of my face now, or I'll buy Tyson Chicken and fire you again. She just said, sorry. Ran out the room. Booty was in the back office twerking. Booty. You watching? What are you doing? Nothing. What does he do? He ain't doing nothing. He in the back office just twerking, doing nothing. What are you doing? Anything you want me to do, sir. All right, you're hired. Here's the new president. Sharma, call up. Sharma, you're in. Now here's what I want you to do. Here's a checklist over the next 90 days. Make it look good with the, make it look good like the whole exclusives thing. That doesn't really matter. And then basically do this, 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 and this. Oh, by the way, raise the price by $1,000 too. All right, and then he walks out. Kicks over the door, upends the tea table, walks out. And then just for good measure, because he's bald, hits him with the solar flare. So Talia Nadelia got so much money, he can do a solar flare inside. You know, a solar flare, you got to be outside. He's so rich, he can do solar flare inside somehow. He just... And on his way out, hit him with the solar flare. He just walked out. That didn't even make no sense. That's not even funny. I don't know why that's so stupid. Make zero sense. I can't see how this makes Xbox more affordable, which I thought was the plan. No, who told you that? Literally said, hey, memory costs are like 10 times more now than it was like a couple of years ago. Who said that? You didn't see Satellia Baldwin, they said, we monetize more on YouTube. You didn't hear him say that? Listen, let me tell you something right now. Let me tell you something about business. If your boss or CEO says, we don't make any money at a big business and we make more money on YouTube, you're cooked. This whole thing can be burned down at any second if you're not careful. One wrong move and you getting homelandered. I worked in corporate business. I know the little signs. That right there was like double slap from Pokemon, but actually good. That was like double slap, 100 accuracy, 120, and it hits multiple times. So like quadruple slap. That right there is a indictment on the people that work there, the business people. Y'all messed this up. You do not. He was smiling when he said it, but he's actually fuming. He's actually malding. He has like the mask on, like the meme with the mask where he's smiling, but then he's crying. He's actually pissed. No businessman sit there. You just said, wait a minute, you're a multi-billion-dollar business where you have 30 million subscribers. You just said that you guys monetize more on YouTube, a free platform, than your business with multi-million massive IPs. That's not good. That's not good. That you don't ever want to hear your CEO say something like that. So that should have told you right there, Daniel, there was going to be no price drop. There was going to be no more affordable option. Okay? Even when they made Game Pass more affordable, they removed Call of Duty from it. So it's like somebody handing you a cookie, then slapping you and kicking you in the knee. you removed a big part of something that people do like. And yes, you can buy it separately, and yes, it'll give you the money to buy it, but still, it's definitely still like somebody handing you a cookie then slapping you, you know? Like, you got the cookie, but you also got slapped. I did the math, and while Rockstar only sold GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2, Nintendo sold more than 670 million exclusive games. I'm watching this stream late as part of what you talk about Rockstar business model. Yeah. Well, to me, I just don't want to sit there and wait 15 years for a game because they want to add horseball physics to everything. So, I mean, you guys can do that. That's fine. I'm not saying GTA is going to be bad, but their business model is not the standard. That is not what everyone should be doing. And therefore, since they charge this, everyone has to sit there and say, oh, well, no, GTA. No. I'm so sick and tired of GTA nuts. They don't even follow their own rules. Don't get me started, man. I'm going to start ranting on them again. Don't get me started on GTA people because they break their own rules. They buy Soros, they buy Wolverine, they buy all these other games that don't have all this big development period and graphics that show every hair on someone's chin. And they buy that for 70. That shouldn't be anywhere near GTA. That doesn't have 10-year development like GTA. Why aren't you sitting there and saying those aren't worth it? Man, get out of here with this nonsense, bro. No game should be worth anywhere. No game should be worth 70. No game should be worth 60. All games should be like $20 compared to GTA then, right? It's all about development budget and horseball hairs and stuff like that, right? Then every game should be like $20, and only GTA has the right to charge anything for games. Only GTA, only them. Nobody has the right to have have employees that stay there. These games take a lot of time to make. I get it. Like $80 games aren't good, and I'm not defending 80 or even 70. I'm just saying, like, nobody has the right to charge anything because of GTA. I hate this be all end all. GTA is the alpha omega. It's the heart of the universe. It's your messiah. You pray to it on Sundays. Like, I can't stand people, bruh. I can't stand these people. They're freaking stupid. God dang. I'm so sick and tired of them. I get it. GTA is really cool. It looks really good. You want to marry Lucia or whatever, or you think it's the greatest. It has realistic. I get it. But damn, man, not everybody has to follow this not ghetto. Not everybody has to follow this freaking 10-year microtransaction shark card because you're excited about GTA because you played GTA when you're 12, now you're 20-something years old, and now you're going to play it again. Like, I just don't, I'm not a fan, bro. Not a fan at all. I don't like it. Let's see here. Yeah, horseball physics. Yes. Horseball physics. Yes, that's what I said. I said horseball physics. Drop the price! Drop the price now! What happened to Blade? I don't know. What happened to Blade? Which Blade are you talking about? Stellar Blade? Razor Blade? You know? Roller Blade? Lakers in 5. Time for developers to learn how to properly optimize their own games for I think meant for once. The hard way. Marvel Blade? I don't know what happened to it. Ask Wesley Snipes. Hey, Snipes, what happened to Blade? Ooh, I'm gonna make a name for myself today. Remember when I kept on spamming that during streams? I would get copyrighted so much. Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself today. That arc was funny, man, because that was just a funny scene, bro. Ooh, I'm gonna make a name for myself today. I'm about to make a name for myself today. Oh my gosh, man. You know how long I've been waiting for this? That's still one of the funniest memes. We gotta read that. You know how long I've been waiting for this? I'm about to make a name for myself today. I'm like, bro, you ain't fooling nobody. That's like Timu Gambit. That's like Timu Gambit. That's Timu Gambit. That's definitely Dollar Tree Gambit, bro. They straight up got Dollar Tree Gambit, bro. That's straight up. You go to Spirit or whatever. The Spirit Halloween and you say, let me get the gambit. Ooh, I'm gonna make a name for myself today. You know how long I've been waiting for this? That's the name of the outfit. You know how long I've been waiting for this? Oh my gosh. Yo, Splishy, thank you for the 5. Dude, this stream has been hilarious. I've been ranting, but this stream has been y'all too funny, man. You guys are too funny. Splishy with the 5 says, I don't care how much I love said game franchise. Those prices being as high as 70, 80 makes me sad, man. I actually missed the it being 60. Weird to say. No, it ain't weird, bro. Listen, Splishy, man, ain't nobody. We ain't all Bill Gates out here. We ain't all Linus Tech Tips. We ain't all, you know what I'm saying? We ain't all Spawn Wave. You know what I'm saying? We ain't all RGT. We don't got all this disposable income. Not all of us got Skrilla like that. You know, sometimes we got other stuff we gotta pay for, bro. No, it ain't. No, man. We gotta see weird because you don't want to sit there and pay $10,000 for every single game, bro. I feel you. I hate it too. That's why I didn't buy. That's why I'm not buying a lot of games starting out. I'm only buying what I really want to play. A lot of stuff I'm just waiting for discounts. Like, and Splishy, here's the thing. Gaming is not, there ain't enough games that come out at $70 like max, like in the whole industry, like all these games that are even worth that. You can wait and you can get them cheaper. So that's what I do. I just wait. You just wait, you get them cheaper. And then after, when I go get them, I'll be like, you know how long I've been waiting for this? When I finally, that's what happened when I got, what was it? When I got, what was that game? When I got, Demon X Machina Titanic Sun. You know how long I've been waiting for this? Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself today. Before I play the game, that's what I'm gonna do, bro. So, I mean, I've been waiting for this for a long time. Oh, man. OJ, you are even funnier. I try to tell my wife that I'm funny because I make little jokes like that, and it's so funny because she's just like, no, you're not funny. And then I always make her laugh by saying something really stupid. She just says, oh, well, no, you're just stupid. You're not funny. Like, you're not like jokes funny. You're just stupid. And I'm like, but that doesn't matter if I'm just stupid. I'm still funny. She's like, no. And I'm like, okay, fine. And then I'll make her laugh like multiple times before she goes to sleep or whatever the case is, right? So, yes, maybe I'm not like jokes funny, but I'm like stupid funny, you know? Shout out to Psychopath with the $5 dono.
Shoutouts Linus Touch Tips.
Touch tips. You know how long I've been waiting for this? Yo, thank you for the support, guys. Appreciate that. Thank you for the $5 Psycho Pie. Let's go. Yeah, a laugh is a laugh. I agree. A laugh is a laugh. OJ, which Joy-Con grips and Joy-Con did you get for the Switch 2 again? The Nixie Hyperion 3. Nixie Hyperion 3. They're on Amazon for like $90. Only day one purchase games I know I'm getting through my Mad Play. Yeah, the only stuff that I know I'm getting like day one is like stuff that I know I'm like super excited for. Like stuff that I'm like super excited for, like the big first party games. You know, like I might get Wolverine day one. So we'll see. We'll see about GTA. Shout out to my man Abaddon. You know how long I've been waiting for this? You know how long? The rants are my favorite. Makes me laugh. It makes me laugh too. When I look back and I'm like, man, that rant was stupid as heck. Why'd I do all that? But I'm like, you know what? It's entertaining. I watch a lot of streamers, and like a lot of times, like I don't really watch like a lot of ranty streamers. You know, a lot of the streamers I don't really watch a lot of streamers at all. But a lot of the streamers, if I do watch a stream, like they might be playing a game and like they rant on like the game or something like that. You know. But I actually don't watch a lot of video game content anymore because I don't know. It got corny. It got whatever, so I just kind of stopped watching. It says no cap. I waited for Damon X Machina to drop to 25 at Best Buy. I copped it. I think I copped it like at 20 or 25 myself from Amazon, but I haven't even opened it up yet. It's still sealed up. Uncario said that they lost so much money from that they lost all their profits from like Room Factory. Man, I don't know, like literally, like the people that run Damon X Machina, like the bosses, like the leadership there, they're complete morons. This is quite possibly the most self-destructive publisher with a franchise. Like with Room Factory, they're good. With Marvelous, like with everything else, they're fine. Everything else, they're fine. But when it comes to like, they're like that meme, the dragon meme. Like the dragon meme, like they're all like, you know, cool looking, and then they get like the derpy looking dragon. That's Daemon X Machina. Like, that is Daemon X Machina. The cool drag, it's like you got Rune Factory, you've got Grand Bazaar, whatever else. Like, they do, Marvel's does some good stuff, right? They got all their franchises that do well enough. And then, I think it's like Miramasa the Demon Blade, that's coming back. Like, everything looks cool. And then you got the Derpy one. And the Derpy one is Daemon X Machina. Every time they mess this up, like, it's not even funny. They're completely cool with every franchise. They don't mind copy, or they don't mind YouTube, whatever. And then Daemon X Machina comes out and they go, and they just go full schizo. They go full publisher schizo. Like, I don't understand at all. And it's only with Daemon X Machina. It's not with anything else that they do. It's only with that franchise. They just go full schizo. $80 for Fire Emblem is crazy. I agree. It's not $80. You can get it for $70. It's $70 digital, and it's $70 at Walmart, and it's $70 at Amazon. So you can get it for $70. You don't need to buy it for $80. Hey, what's up, Zoo? Hey, thanks for the rate, man. I appreciate it. The specs are true. How exactly does Helix come out under 1500? I'm not sure. I'm telling you. Okay. It's 70. Okay. You don't gotta tell me. Heck, nobody likes games being higher priced, but it's 70. If you want it for 70, you got it. So buy it for 70. Don't buy it for 80. Buy it for 70. Let's see here. What game that has come out recently on PS5 do you think was worth the full price? Recently? I mean, like, a lot of games are worth it. It just might not be for me. It's subjective, so it don't really matter what I think is worth it or not. Everybody has a difference of what they want. Are you gonna pick up Trails in the Sky second chapter day one? Probably. Or I might get a review code for it day one. Probably. We'll see. I'm at the 3 hours, even though, you know what, I owe you guys bonus streams anyway, so it doesn't matter. We'll go the full thing. Are you gonna pick up Trails in the Sky? I already read that. Daemon X Machina Titanic Sign is the only Switch 2 release that really annoyed me. We're so hyped for it. But I'll be honest though, I gotta keep it a buck with Fire Emblem. I bought the $112 special. I bought the 100 and what was it, 120? I bought the special edition for 120. So, but I mean, you get extras with that though. It's not just the game, like the $80 one that Nintendo's selling, or that the one that will be after the pre-orders. So, but yeah, I always spend top on Fire Emblem. It's like my favorite franchise. So if they have a collector's edition, I'm spending the highest amount on Fire Emblem. I was hoping for better deals from Prime Day games. It was kind of underwhelming this year. Didn't get anything. Yeah. I got Lost Soul Aside for $10. So there was that. But outside of that, there wasn't really too much. It wasn't really too much. Yeah, but the Prime deal days for gaming wasn't that great. I gotta buy a hand vacuum. That's what I gotta buy. I gotta buy like a powerful hand vacuum for like my car, so I can easily, you know, get all like the grass or whatever out of my car, man. I don't want my floor mats to get all messed up. But Fire Emblem doesn't have as much value as GTA 6 clown mode. Yeah, clown mode. I might spend more hours in Fire Emblem than GTA. Remember when PlayStation fans were hyping Lost Mid? Yeah. Blu-ray movies for Prime? Yeah. Favorite PC handheld? The Felipe MX 5339. That's my favorite PC handheld. It's called the Felipe MX 5239. It's incredible. All it does, all it does is complain, though. All it does is complain and whine. You know? But it's a good system. She's a beauty. You gotta be real smart to beat Fire Emblem. Well, I guess I'm a genius then. I don't know where that came from. I'm sorry. No, you don't gotta be really smart to beat Fire Emblem. That's the reason why people don't like Fire. That's the reason why people don't like Fire Emblem. It's like, wait a minute, I've gotta count. Wait a minute. my unit goes there, then it's too hard. I need to get a shooter. Call of Duty. Yeah, man. Listen, you gotta definitely have some strats. You know, you gotta have the strats. Thank you for the raid, though, Zoo. You gotta have the strats when it comes to Fire Emblem, man. Sonic Racing Crossworlds for 20? Dang, that's a pretty good deal. I just gotta buy like $90 worth of DLC and you're set. Oh man, I'm joking. You don't gotta buy the DLC. PC handhelds are dead with the absurd prices, says Nico. Bruh, I'm telling you, bro. Nicolas. I'm telling you, man. Don't tell IGN that, though. IGN will tell you Switch 2 has to deal with something that they did it before. PC handhelds. Still no update to that. But people are getting tired of me on Twitter. They're calling me names. They're getting real tired of me on Twitter bringing that article up. Even my mutuals are. Even Bob Wolf had something to say. I said, I'll bleeping do it again. I don't care if none of you guys like me. You don't have to like me. Okay? I'll bleeping do it again. I'll do it again. I'm gonna keep bringing it up. Like I said, I'm gonna make as much off that article as that I can make. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be as annoying as possible this whole gen, and that's fine by me. If you don't like it, don't watch. You can block me on Twitter if you want to, but I'm gonna be annoying because they're annoying. Now that's a man who stands by his word. Yeah, standing by our word. You're never going to get an update on that. Let's be for. Okay. Then, like I said, I'll talk about it on my streams. I'll rally up the fans. I'll do what I need to. I'll do what I need to do. Nah, man, they made a lot of money off that article. I'm gonna make mine. You make a lot of money misinforming, lying to people. Let's be real. That was a lie. That article was a lie. Let's be real. You were trying to lie to people. You're trying to take the wind out people's sails. You're trying to lie. You're about to clickbait. Nah, man. People can make money off. You're not the only one that. IGN is not the only one that can make money off of doing stuff. Like, everybody can make money off doing stuff. If you're going to sit there and lie and misinform your audience, okay, I'm going to make money off it too because y'all made enough. So many people clicked on that article. Okay, I'm going to make some too. I encourage anybody, if you got a YouTube channel, go back to all the articles there and just clickbait all of them. If you got to monetize, you just do every single one of them. Every single one. Don't let them just get away with it. You got to make yours now too. Because they can't make any more off of it. They can't make any follow-ups. But I can. But I can. What did Bob Wolf said? He was more joking more than anything. He was like, you're getting a lot of mileage out of this article. And I'm like, yeah, I am. Fire Emblem has difficulty settings, hard mode, Iron Man. Well, not Iron Man, just hard mode, classic. They need to be really smart, really easy mode, casual. There is a casual mode. There's a casual mode in the game. There's an easy mode, and there's like an easy casual mode, like where like your units don't permanently die. So yeah, they have easy modes. Like Fire Emblem's easy now. Like it's not hard. Like you can just put it on easy, and you can just put it to where it's like normal, where it's not classic. And your units come back if they die. Like they have it to where like you can rewind your bad moves. Like you have like up to like I think like 10 rewinds. So if you make a bad move, you can rewind it and play. Like Fire Emblem's nowhere near as hard as it used to be. Like it used to be really, really hard. Like Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn and like those ones didn't have, you know, easy modes. Those ones didn't have like where if your units die, they come back. Like if your units die and you don't want them to die, you got to restart the chapter. That's not the case anymore with Fire Emblem. Now you can just like, you can easily go back in time. You can, like I said, you can make your units come back after they fall in battle. So yeah, Fire Emblem's like way easier now than it was back then. Sound like Frieza for a second? Frieza. What's Frieza? I can't do a Frieza anymore. Yeah, I can't. It's like Frieza has kind of like a soury light voice, like almost like a woman's voice, but like sour, like a sour woman's voice. I can't really do it though, but I don't think I sounded like Frieza at any point. But I feel you though. Shout outs to Marshmallow. I did a Frieza earlier. I think I did a Frieza like a week or two ago, but I can't do it right now. I'll work on it though. I'll work on it. Let's see here. Retailers like GameStop definitely unhappy about the no disc GTA. Well, they're getting one later, so it is what it is. But yeah, obviously you want one at launch. Star Fox rocks. Star Fox does rock. Aren't the rewinds on hard mode? You can rewind. No, they're on hard mode. No, they're there. They're on everything. The rewinds are on everything. Hard mode, easy mode, everything. What up, J2? OJ, what's up? Explain to me the Xbox thinking. Xbox thinking is that the RAM cost is just too much and we can't really do anything about it. Otherwise, we're losing like $1 billion on every unit sell. So, as I suddenly realized my model was gone, there are my only viewer, so I decided to raid out. Okay. What do you think of Fire Emblem sales going after the 1 million over 3 million after they went hardcore game to casual game? Well, I think it was not necessarily about going like a casual game. I think it was more about like just how good Fire Emblem Awakening was. I mean, I think that it definitely helped out that they had casual modes and stuff like that. I think that helped out, but I think the game would have been rated really high even without the casual modes. I think it would have been rated high. It would have been because like Fire Emblem Awakening is just a good game. Even if you put it on a hard classic, it's still just a good game. You know, it's better than some of the previous Fire Emblem games, in my opinion. Like the story's really good, the cutscenes are really good. You know, the gameplay is really good. Like how they updated the gameplay was super fun. How they did the map was really good. So, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 got 6 million. Fire deserved game. Yeah, that game's way too like old English for me. Way too like. That game's way too old. But I'm glad that they sold 6 million. That's like a smaller developer. So I'm glad that they were able to get their money back and then some. So yeah, there you go. But shout outs to thank you for the one who dropped the 100 core crystals. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Thank you for the 100 core crystals. Thank you so much, man. But all right, guys. Oh, Avalon, thank you for the 100 the marshmallow. Thank you for that, man. I appreciate it. But all right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. We will be back tomorrow earlier for another stream. We'll be back tomorrow. So yeah, we will be back. We will be back tomorrow, probably like around, I might do a morning stream or I might do like an early afternoon stream. So it's going to be like maybe like around 12 o'clock my time or something like that. So look out for that. Okay, guys, look out for that. Simeon Quinn with the 100 corpus says, can you make a shirt saying I'll bleep and do it again, OJ? I'd love to buy that shirt or just to irritate your haters. I believe that shirt will sell or at least display the meme in the future. All right, so I guess maybe we can do like, I'll have like, because like you guys have been asking me about new merch. So I kind of want to do like maybe like a merch drop. So I partner with someone and we get some like nice quality merch, but also good prices on it. Like I don't want like $30, $40 shirts. I don't like that. I want the shirts to be like cheaper, like $20, like with shipping, like maybe like $7 shipping or something like that. So unless you're international, then obviously it's going to be more. So I will think about it. I will see what I can do. But I'll see what I'll bleep and do it again. You know, we've got some other phrases that I have some other phrases. Let's wait and see. We gotta wait and see. So I don't know. We'll think about some stuff. We'll think about some stuff. So, all right. Thank you guys so much for the support. I appreciate that. Big love to everybody that came out, man. I appreciate you guys. Like you guys have been, like I said, awesome. Check out my most recent video. I did a video talking about Chrono Trigger. So if you haven't seen that video yet, it's up right down on the channel. So check that video out. I appreciate all of you guys coming through. I'd really appreciate if you guys, like I said, yeah, check out this Chrono Trigger video. So watch the Chrono Trigger video. Thank you for coming out to tonight's stream, guys. You guys have been awesome. Appreciate you guys like always. We will be back. Once again, we will be back tomorrow with more streaming. And then we'll be... there's no actual spawncast, so there's gonna be no spawncast pre-show, but I'm gonna trick people into thinking that there's a spawncast because I get more viewers for the spawncast pre-show than I usually do in my normal shows. So I'm gonna trick people into thinking that there's a spawncast, but there is no spawncast. It's just gonna be me. It's just gonna be me talking. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna trick people. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate that. Go watch my Chrono Trigger video or go watch my Nintendo Switch 2 game news update video. We got a lot of good content out there for you guys to check out. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. And yeah, we will see you for the next one. All right, guys. Peace out. Love y'all. Bye. Thanks for the support tonight, too, guys. You guys were goated like always. Yo. See you guys tomorrow. What was I about to say before I get? Oh, I was gonna say about to make a name for myself today. I'm about to make a name for myself.